and welcome back to the Courses Cove, where we are getting to the last bit of the 12 Days of Candlekeep, the last little adventure. I will be your DM for the evening. My name is Daria. I'm usually here. Whoa, yay! I'm usually here as a player, but today I'm giving everyone a bad time. So also let's talk about the lovely people who are gonna play today. Rachel, let's start with you. Who the fuck are you?
Hello! My name is
There we
Rachel Foucar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on
I get to do it
various
again.
social media at Rachel Foucar, and you can find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on this the internet. It's a sci-fi book. It's good, I think, and you should buy it.
Good.
I don't know why it seems like I'm frozen on the stream, but I'm okay here. Anyway, Ardanna, please tell us who are you?
I'm sorry. I just broke. I am Ardanna, or Joe. I am the channel runner and DM over at the Lore Right, and I'm also a player over at my Microbiologist and Tamir DM's channels on Saturdays.
Very nice, very nice.
My job
Jack.
today is to make life hard for Daria.
I love that. Love that for me. Jack, who are you?
Hello, my name is Jack O'Brien. I am a actor and writer and a professional DM at dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. You can find me at dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. I just said that. That's where I'm at. What else can I tell you about? Yeah, you can find me at Jack. I don't know why I got thrown off. I think I was trying to find the stream on the thing and I got distracted. You can also find me on Twitch. Having a little vigil at the moment for the sadly departed, gone too soon, Kevin Conroy. We're playing through the Arkham games, and I'm tempted, even though it's not Kevin Conroy, one of the Arkham games is set during Christmas time, so I feel like that would be quite appropriate. So I'm looking forward to potentially doing that. You can find all of that and more at Jack Squarepeg. Pew.
Very nice. Malaika, who are you?
Hello. I am Malaika Moon. I am a Perth-based singer, burlesque gremlin who is here, queer, and very confused as I am the resident D&D newbie. Yeah, you can find me on socials, mostly Instagram as Malaika Moon with 3 O's, because when I signed up 6 years ago, someone had the correct spelling and I didn't want to put an underscore in my username. But here we go.
Very nice, very nice. And I should also mention that our music platform of choice today is Sirenscape. Our technician of said music of choice is Josh the Pirate, who are we also very grateful for. But I'm guessing
Yeah.
very, very handsome, especially right now, such a cutie. And because we can't see.
Thanks for explaining the joke. No one got that. No.
Wow. You're welcome.
All of you.
Where's that voice coming from?
We finally
this was
turned
the
the face
void.
down a bit.
What is that? The void, is that you? Yeah, so we're using Sirenscape. We're using Josh and also dunking on them at the same time, I guess. Yeah. We're also using D&D Beyond for our rolling today. Except for me, I'm going to be rolling my normal ass dice. And we also are affiliated with Wooten Forge, who are an Australian-based business, I forgot the word business, that makes lovely wooden knickknacks of D&D type persuasion. It's all good and fun and cool. And if you buy something from them, especially for the holidays, Josh will probably get like a coin or two. That is very nice. So yeah, I think I got everything I wanted. Yeah, but we also have something else, but I guess we can do it after the break. For now, we shall begin.
I know what you forgot.
Oh, go ahead.
Ukraine.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Donna, would you mind telling us about Ukraine, please?
Well, as someone who lives in Europe, watching Ukraine have a shit time is a little bit difficult, but you can make a life easier for the people fleeing from the war that is happening right now by donating over at Emergency Action Appeal. And if you want something for your donation, you can go on over to Dragon's Vault and purchase an amazing D&D booklet thing. I bought it myself. It's really, really cool. It has a very nice map. It has subclasses and monsters and one shot and all those fun stuff. And if you are interested in it, you can pick it up for as little as £1.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so I guess we shall start this thing. Welcome to the last adventure for this 12 days of Candlekeep, the Book of Cylinders, part 1. Yes. So, some of you were just recently at a spa, some perhaps somewhere else, but all of you, whatever you have been doing for the last few minutes, are teleported in the state you were in back to Candlekeep, into one of the inner courtyards covered in soft snow. Let's see in what positions you all appear. Can you all please give me a dexterity saving throw?
All right.
Ooh.
Both times I've had an Iron Man land. It's good. 23.
12. I got a 12.
All right. Well, let's start with Tali then. 23, you say? Lovely,
Yes, sir.
beautiful. Tell me first of all, how does Tali look and how does she appear?
I'm gonna say that she was relatively well rested. The entire saga, for those who are just tuning in, is that she is in various states. She is a fox woman in various neutral grays, blacks and whites, with a black ball cap and a nightstick. She's a fox cop, and she is in various states of lack of sleep, but she managed to get some decent rest. And I get the feeling that wherever she was, she specifically went and did this, because with a 23, I'm basically going to say that she has like a massive umbrella that she just floats down on.
Very nice. Very nice. Does she look any more or less well rested?
I get the feeling that in this case, where she ended up was probably she probably managed to get a cat nap. I imagine that she, like with the umbrella, I'm kind of picturing kind of Miyazaki, Studio Ghibli vibe. So it's probably more like a big leaf or something like that. So she probably wouldn't be able to. It probably wasn't a feather bed. She might have found like a nice place to just kind of kick back slightly and listen to the chill Zen vibes, maybe some wood chimes, that
Nice,
kind of thing.
Very nice.
And
Okay.
I'm just standing alert with an umbrella waiting for it to
Very
happen.
good. Soft snow falls on top of your umbrella and it looks very nice. Next, I see the dex save from Yanverin. Can you explain how you appear and how you look?
As the portal opens and just shoots out what looks like a gray ball of fabric, a silver-skinned, white-haired elderly gentleman rolls out and does a beautiful swan dive straight into a snowdrift. After him runs for everyone who has just seen Tali, you would recognize that is definitely a fox, but why is it on fire?
Okay.
And runs up and just sits down on his head as his head is in the snowdrift. You can see
Still on fire.
Oh yeah, the fox is definitely on fire, but completely unfazed by it. Absolutely not bothered at all. And it starts picking something out of its paw, as you can see, leather boots.
So there's an older gentleman and a fox.
Yes.
I see. Okay, understood. I will roleplay this once everyone else is introduced. themselves.
Yeah, we have to deal with this. But first, let's see who else we have. I see the next up is Joan with a 12. That's respectable. How do you look and how do you appear?
Well, Joan is a burly human woman. She's got close cropped hair. She's wearing leather armor, but it is sleeveless, so the guns are out, and no shoes. She was sort of in like a reclined seated position when she was transported, so she's struggles to get her feet under her, but she kind of lands in a bit of a clumsy roll so as not to shatter her tailbone. But she pulls it off, it's graceful by the end of the roll.
It helps that there's like a bunch of snow, so
The snow does help, but not with the bare feet. The tootsies would be cold.
Oh, yeah, that was probably right. Okay, and we have Ariel. How do you appear and how do you look?
Initially, 3 stones rain down from a portal that appears in the air, and a blue-skinned humanoid woman, initially appearing in prone position, falls out of it, and somehow mid-air, with you not quite realizing how she did it, she turns a somersault and manages to grasp a linen towel that falls after her. So when she lands a little unsteadily on her feet, but she's managed to get the towel round her so she is no longer naked. And you notice that she has also a linen bandage wrapped around her left arm, and a pile of clothing and armor and weapons seemingly poof into existence next to her when she lands on her feet. She's got a slightly pinched expression and is muttering curses under her breath, and her personal wind is whistling through, rustling up her braided hair.
Very nice. Very nice. Question, Ariel, you were just at a site connected to one of the missing books, the Price of Beauty, right?
Yes.
And can you tell us how that ended for you? Do you have the book on you?
Ariel does not have the book on her, no.
All right. And I suppose as Ariel tries to put clothing on, while
she
holding
immediately ducks
towel.
down to the pile and is just still barely addressed anyone else is around, just quietly like.
She's busy. Yeah. As Ariel is busy, you are all free to chat for a bit in this courtyard.
I think I'll instinctually look over at what's the Ariel? Ariel, who I'm not sure how familiar Tali is. I get the feeling we're all somewhat familiar with each other, but I will kind of first of all ask, do you have anything to wear?
Yes, I'm getting dressed from the pile here. I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm
and
fine.
she will toss you the umbrella. So I'm reminded of the back in the day. There were these things you could take with you that were changing stations that were made of fabric that you can kind of this. It's obviously not that because it's flat, but she can at least use it to protect her privacy somewhat. She will look at the rest of you and go, so do we know over here?
Not a clue.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, if I get frostbite from my feet being in the snow, I'm going to sort out a class action lawsuit against Candlekeep, because this sort of nonsense was not in my employment contract, okay? This is not what I signed up for.
Do you have shoes normally?
Normally.
Did you sell them?
No. Okay, whenever I transport, it upsets my stomach, okay? It doesn't agree with me. And the only way I've found to deal with that is to take off my shoes and feel the solid ground beneath my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Make fists with my toes in the grass.
You do balls
it's really
with
helpful.
Gotcha. I understand.
after the second time I got transported.
You thought you'd go to Candlekeep, have a few laughs, you know? Yeah, go down to the coast.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Big mistake. So that's why I have no shoes, okay? I got teleported without them, and I have not found them.
Okay. Well, I cannot help you. I do not wear shoes. But we can keep an eye out. In fact, I'm... are any of you more familiar with this? Are we in Candlekeep? Is that where we are?
Yes, you're in Candlekeep in one of the courtyards. Yes.
Understood. In that case, I think we can make a brief shopping trip because I am in the need for some Java anyway. So, warm drink and shoe shopping?
Sounds good.
At this point, Ariel is... Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say that while you're discussing this, you hear a muffled from the snow pile, and the fox just hops off, and the man stands up and just starts brushing himself off, bends down, picks up a long, finely decorated cane, and then just...
What happened to your fox?
Oh, she does that. She finds it funny.
Did she disappear? Is that what you mean by pop off? She just disappeared?
No, she hopped off his head and just wandered away. You can see the snow melting as she's walking.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, at this point, Ariel has dressed and walks over to Tali and hands her back her umbrella.
Thank you.
If it's bound to be a shopping trip that we're on, I could use a replacement for my rapier. I seem to have lost it a few weeks ago.
Oh, really? Well, if you've got the coin, that shouldn't be a problem.
I have the goods. The Khajiit has the goods.
Khajiit has goods. No. Oh, I can offer you a hand axe in a pinch, so I'll let you have that in case we get attacked as we get the random shit from.
Okay, well, as you're discussing this, you start hearing footsteps in the snow getting close. And you turn around and you would expect maybe the first reader or one of your friendly avowed. But who you see walking towards you is clearly, without a doubt, a pirate. You see a half-orc, pretty tall, pretty built, in a frock coat that is classic pirate stuff, and you can see that he is striding towards you with purpose.
With purpose, you say?
Yes. Yeah. He does seem quite friendly as he sees you. He's the smile appears on his face. He's like, hello, and he starts jogging towards you.
I'll stand back slightly, but not from mistrusting, but I'll let someone else take... Jack is letting someone else take the lead. Sorry about my video. Don't know what happened.
It's okay. That's okay.
Actually,
I would like all of you to do a history check. Perhaps you know this person.
Ooh. History check.
I was going to say that would surprise me, and then I rolled a 19.
Oh, it's my best bud. Yeah. Okay, so we have 19, 11, 18, and...
Stand by. I can't really access my mouse at the moment, so if someone would like to just roll a d20 for me, my modifier
let's ask chat.
is a +4.
How about we get a... chat, do it. Can you roll a d20? Anyone. Whoever wants that. And we'll see if Tali also knows this person, because it seems like at least two know this person. Okay, thank you, Bloody. It's
nope.
Nope. It's a... How do we roll it? It's a roll space 20. Yes. No
Hi,
D.
buddy.
That is a sad life.
2 Ds.
15, respectable.
15 plus what, Tali?
+4, so that'd be a 19.
Oh, okay. So only Ariel... we know this guy, yeah. Only Ariel doesn't know this person, but it's fine. Ariel's very busy currently because all of you know this guy. He was actually a member of the Avowed. But a few months ago, he started pursuing his real passion, which is being a sailor. His name is Captain Jimmy Fenster, and you see him pretty often because his ship takes goods back and forth between Candlekeep and other areas of the world.
All right, then. I will just do that kind of salute if we're passingly familiar with him.
Yeah. He comes over like, hello, hello. Morning, Tali. Morning, Joan. Janvarin. Always nice to meet you. And who's this beautiful lady?
Ariel gives him something of, she just gives a nod, but she isn't really smiling because she's in the middle of tucking the 3 stones into her pockets.
Bad moment. I get it. Okay, well, welcome back to the Candlekeep. I actually have a job for you guys.
Yeah, can we, like, just for roleplay's sake, Tali will ask if he can walk and talk, because Tali needs
Where do you
coffee.
want to go? Oh, coffee. No
Yeah,
problem.
wherever the nearest place is.
He's like, you don't have to go anywhere, my friend. And he puts his hand into one of the pockets of his frock coat, and he goes surprisingly deep, and he takes out a fresh steaming mug of coffee. Here you go.
That's a fancy coat.
Of
Oh, where
course.
would
Do you
you
want anything
get-
else?
Oh, that coat? It's a coat? Yes, a coat. Well, if I could get that coat, that would be excellent.
Does it pass the smell test? Does it smell?
It smells
Legit?
delicious. Yeah, it's coffee.
Yeah.
Not the best, but not the worst. Pretty good, serviceable coffee.
Yep. She will lap it up.
Yep.
Compliments to the pocket
Unfortunately-
barista.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the coat will stay with me. It's an heirloom, family heirloom. But if you need some useful items, I can fish them out for you. Get it, fish, because I'm a sailor.
That's pretty good.
Nah, funny.
Working.
Well, I do believe that this lovely lady over here is in need of a pair of, well, at least judging by your looks, that your toes are turning white.
What size are you, John?
14.
How big? Sorry,
Size 14.
14. Are you sure?
Feet?
Mhm.
Big feet.
Okay, 14. Okay, I'll try to find it. It's difficult to fit those in my pocket, but I'll give my best shot.
Yeah.
He roots around. He finds a pair of shoes, but as he pulls them out, unfortunately, I can't really predict what exactly will appear. So I hope these wooden clogs are comfortable.
Well,
Do you have any
I'll give them a try. John's
You
gonna
put them
try
on?
and put them on. Do they fit?
Yeah, they do fit, but they are fucking wooden.
Ariel, by this point, has edged over in curiosity, and she's like, by any chance, do you carry any weapons in there? 'Cause
What kind are you looking for?
I am in need of a rapier. I lost mine a few weeks
Ah.
ago.
Would that be made of wood too? Because that's not particularly.
Preferably
No.
not a wooden one.
It's probably going to be metal, but I will have to ask you for a favor. Don't ask me how I put this in.
That's why
So
I'm
he
tasting.
just-
That's why I'm tasting splendor and not sugar.
Yeah. So he puts his hand behind him, fishes out a rapier. He winces as he does it, but here you
Where
go.
did he pull it out from?
Yeah,
I asked not to ask. Come on, Tali.
So Ariel takes it from him gingerly, and then
Don't sniff it.
very visibly, with the towel, which she's kind of wrapped around her like a cloak, wipes the blade.
Hey, that's hurtful. That's hurtful.
Then maybe throw it away. Yeah, throw away the towel.
And then discards the towel, exactly. And
Yeah.
puts it.
All right. Anything for you, Janvarin, old chap?
No, I don't think so. No. Well, since you won't part with your with the coat, I think I'm all set.
Oh, come on, this is
All right.
this is the only time where you're going to find another fellow with a massive. I'm assuming he has a massive beard that's giving you presents for free. That isn't a
This
flash,
is
I suppose.
Oh, was that what that fellow wanted to do? Now Ruby here chased him away, and he was screaming something awful the whole time. Screaming, yeah, he was screaming the whole time. Yeah, something about put that monster out of its misery, or I will do it myself. And then it went quiet.
Lovely.
Mm.
Well, would you mind taking a stroll down to my ship?
Is that what the job is? Or are we just...
Yes, I'll tell you on the way. How about that?
Okay.
All right. As you start walking, Joan with a noticeable clump. Yes, very nice. He goes into a bit of a detail. He says, so, as I hear from my friends in Candlekeep, you're having a bit of a book problem, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that depends on your definition of book and your definition of problem. Yeah, you said problem. Yeah, you said problem. Yeah.
Are you hard of
Yeah,
hearing?
I did.
No. Why?
Continue, Mr. Pirate.
Anyway, so please, you can call me Captain Fenster or just Jimmy if you prefer.
Jim.
Jim. Yes, Captain Jim. So, as I hear you have problems with books, I did find on my journey one very interesting one that can probably help you to, calm the library down a bit. The issue is...
That'll be a change.
It'd be nice.
Yes. The issue is it is right now in the possession of a Gripply, particularly a leader of a clan. I assume you know who Gripplies are.
What kind of check would that be?
That would be either nature or history, depending on what you prefer.
Okay. It's kind of the history ceremony. It's the same.
I have a +0.
Oh, they are very much the same. Okay.
Oh,
I haven't
and
rolled-
yes, Joan will have a disadvantage on stuff in those shoes. Hell yes,
I'm
absolutely.
picking them off the minute there's no snow. Oh my god.
Aren't you, what armor are they wearing? They would have disadvantage anyway, wouldn't they?
No, I just have leather armor.
Oh, great.
Just leather. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have? 14, 13, 11. Okay, so Ariel and Tali, you have heard of that name. Gripplies are a type of frog folk that are usually in warmer climates, usually like a jungle frog looking people. Their clans are pretty isolated. They don't particularly mesh with civilization, but you are aware that there's a particular clan of Gripplies living not that far from here, about a day's travel on a ship, that is trading with Candlekeep. Whenever you eat crab or oyster, that's where that came from Cloakwood.
It seems simple enough, but let me guess, there's probably a catch of some kind?
Oh yeah, they're having massive issues over there in Cloakwood. And as he's telling this, you're like walking towards the docks of Candlekeep. So the problem is, usually we'd trade with them, we'd get the crab meat and such, but recently the trade stopped. We took a stroll on the doggy on my ship to the trading post of Gripplies and found that it is currently a refugee camp. Gripplies are fleeing their own village. As I understand, they have recently been attacked by UNTs for some inexplicable reason and have now occupied this trading post. Can't trade, and honestly, the place is pretty cramped. But I did have a chat with their leader, the Pond Mother, and she knows that Candlekeep is in business of books. She has one that is quite curious, and she asks for help in return.
I don't see why we couldn't help this Pond Mother. I personally have no idea but like I've never heard of Ripley's before, which is quite strange. But I do know what UNTs are, and some of them can be some really nasty pieces of work.
Right. Well, that's the thing. We go there, we talk to the pond mother, figure out what she needs to be done, and hopefully get the book in return. By the way, do any of you speak Primordial? That's their language.
Ariel does.
She does, because she's a Genasi.
Yeah. Okay, so Ariel does. She's not super pleased about it, but she's like, yes, I can communicate with them. I speak Primordial.
That is lovely to hear. I also dabble, so I can help you establish communication in the village, but it's lovely to know that at least someone is educated on the topic. He winks salaciously.
At this point, she does a small smile because she's a little less standoffish than she was. She's slowly warming up to him.
You're in, Jim. It's going to be great. Shall we get on the ship?
Of course. Here we are. And you see a ship. It's not large by any means. It's a pretty medium-sized ship. The figurehead is a large Labrador head with one ear down, one ear up. And on the side it's written the dog ear, and he with a flourish.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, with a flourish he pushes it's like he pushes out of the curtain away. He really is proud of the ship and here you go, all aboard my sweet ship.
As he walks up the gangplank, you see Ianmarin put a hand on the fox's head. And it's almost like it melts up his arm and disappears under his finely crafted grey robes. And
Very
you
nice.
see the tail of a stylized fox tattoo on his hand.
Beautiful.
And then he
as
just,
you walk,
with the cane, he just goes one small step at a time up the gangplank.
yeah, as you all go up the plank, Jimmy does ask, do any of you feel any seasickness, by the way?
I don't know if Tully's ever... No, she probably would have been on a boat or 5. So, no, I think it'll be all right.
Not that I am aware of, no.
All right.
Yes, but
Joan?
I'll live with it.
Nice.
Fine.
Well, if you need help, I do have a wonderful invention called a bucket, so do let me know.
I'm aware of that technology. Thank you.
All right. So the crew greets the captain and you you set sail. The journey will take about a day and a half. So you have time to do fuck all. What would you prefer to spend your time on?
Tali will probably no, she doesn't want to be impolite because she already feels like she offended Yamaran a little bit by asking about his hearing. But she will make sure that the fox spirit isn't sending out signals to her like "help me" with its eyes.
Think twice.
But other than that, she will probably just make sure that just kind of gab with the crew and just chill out and make sure everything's secure.
Is that enough time for Ariel to take a long rest? Because I'm down 1 hit.
Of course.
Of
course. It's a day and a half. You can take a rest. You can read a short story. You can do whatever you want.
Cool. So she rests up and tends to her wound.
What kind of wounds does she have after the previous bout?
She was everyone else was soaking up the attacks and the damage. No, she was yes, it's all Ariel and not her player, but she forgot she was an air genasi and she didn't need to walk across broken glass and she could actually get across it. So when she was trying to cross a room filled with broken glass, she failed the dex check somehow and managed to fall over and cut her arm.
Oh,
I
It's fine
see.
now.
rough.
It's great. It's great.
Out of more curiosity,
What the fuck is
'cause
that?
what I said? What I did? What?
What is that
Shanty.
jig? It's a pirate jig. Go on, Jack.
Oh, sorry. Oh, good. No, I don't think I've heard it yet on my end. I was gonna ask. There it is. I was gonna ask Rachel. More a meta question is. Because obviously your character's a pun of John McClane. Do they? Is it very similar? Are they a former cop as well, or whatever? Or because Tully would notice that as well.
Current cop, kind of. She sees herself as like the cop of Candlekeep.
Then we have stuff to talk about then. Yeah.
Well, if this might give you some context. In between bouts of vomiting on this ship, she's trying to write a letter to her husband, but she keeps getting frustrated with herself and screwing up the paper and throwing it overboard. She's running low on parchment. She's basically just trying to say, "Hi, babe. I will be at the Winter Solstice party for the Nakatomi Merchants Guild.
Of course. Yeah.
Miss you, love you, but I'm bad with words, so I just keep fucking it up."
I will sidle up and just go. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The ink keeps lodging because it's shaky here. It's fine.
I realize I'm a furry example of it, but I am a female of a certain species. I assume you're writing to someone special?
Yeah, my husband.
Mm-hmm. Should I, Well, I don't want to imply, but it seems like you want to get this message right.
Yes, I really do.
Okay. Would you, again, am I imposing? Would you like some help?
Fuck it, why not?
Okay.
I give you my draft that I have.
That's good. That's good. So, first question: why are you scrapping that? This is pretty good. Unless there's something else you want to say, but you haven't said it.
I don't know. We kind of had a big fight before she left. He left, and I want to say sorry in person, because at least in person I can hug.
Okay.
When I forget how to speak like a human being.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I can help you word for word, but what I would say is, well, the only person I really connected with ran off. So I think back to myself at that time, and I wish that he was just straight with me. Yeah?
Okay.
And I think what she would, if I'm her and I'm in her position, I don't know what you did, I don't know what happened, but people, generally speaking, don't have a limited capacity for excuses and whys. Yeah. Just say you're sorry for what it is that you did, that you tell her in person, and that you want to fix it, and show her, and that you will show her how you're going to. Yeah. People, at least for me, if he, I wish that someone would have said that to me. I fucked up. This is why. It won't happen again. This is what I'm gonna do now. I hope it helps.
Okay.
You got this.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah. Kids?
2.
7.
Wow, 7. Oh my god.
Yep.
Good luck with that.
My mother looks after them for the most part, but yeah, it gets a little crazy. You're going to see them again after a long time, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be worth it for that alone. You'll be okay. Just remember, what are you going to do to fix it? Write that down.
Right.
I'll
And
give
Joe
a
basically
give a
says,
clap.
P.S. Sorry, I'm an asshole.
Good.
We'll try to be less of an asshole.
Oh,
A plus, and I'll give him a high five. That's good. Yes.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, Nurin, is there anything you would want to accomplish in that day and a half?
Basically, Yanmarin is snooping. That's what he's doing. You know,
Snooping?
that. Well, he pokes his head into places where he probably shouldn't be, just because he's curious, and being who he is, he's one of those, like, when you turn around and there's suddenly an old elderly gentleman standing there, just, hi, what are you up to? This is a fine ship. Yeah, it's a fine ship, yes.
Okay.
And he's also... Yep.
Do you want to snoop anywhere specifically?
Not really. The only thing I really want to do is Yanmarin wants to find Joan at some point. And just
Very popular today, Rachel.
Yeah, because he sees that he has seen that she's not very well. She doesn't seem to be doing well on the boat. So what he does is that in his hand, he would basically snap his fingers and 10 berries appear in his hand. And he'll hand one over and just say, I'm not entirely sure how this works, but these should help a little bit with the nausea. It's nausea, right? Yes, it's not with the nausea.
Okay, well, I'll try anything. Thank you.
Yeah. And he hands you a good berry.
Very sweet.
Oh yes, they tend to change flavor with whoever eats it. So it seems like you have a sweet tooth.
Yes, I do.
Well, a little bit, maybe. And,
Very nice. Anything else?
Well, he is going to try and find his way into the captain's quarters just to see if he can.
Of course. Yes, well, you do have a lot of opportunities because Jimmy is a very, like, outgoing, friendly captain. He is, like, flitting everywhere, like, checking up on his peeps. So the captain's quarters are very often seem unoccupied. Would you want to do it during the day or during the night?
Probably during the day, because it's less risk of the captain being in there. He figures, because at night he'd probably be sleeping.
That's fair. But as far as I understand, the door to captain's quarters is like on the top deck. So there is always a chance of people seeing you. How would you approach it without bringing attention to yourself?
He's just gonna walk straight up to it. Like, he's been walking around the deck so often during the travel that he's made sure that he's a fixture. Like,
Okay, sure. You come over. The door is right in front of you.
Yep. First thing he's gonna do is just check if it's actually locked. Like,
it is locked, but in one of those latches that isn't even a keyhole.
Yeah. So he just basically, by leaning against the wall, but he's just gonna pop it with the finger and then slip inside.
Sure. Can you give me a sleight of hand check, please?
Sure.
Just how subtle.
Wasting those nat 20s.
27 with a nat 20. Yeah, no one suspects a thing. No one bats an eye. You're like, boom, boom, and you're inside. And you softly close the door behind yourself. All right, so you're in the captain's quarters. The place is pretty cramped, pretty small. You see there is a bed on one side of the room, quite a few soft pillows. All of them are with some sort of embroidery on them.
Nice.
Yes, very, very soft, very lovely. On the other side of the room, you have the table. In front of the table, there's a big wooden chest, and behind the table, there's obviously a chair and a big painting of a young half-orc lad with a Labrador in his arms, smiling.
Oh, cute. So, what he's going to do is going to pick out a piece of paper and a charcoal, bit of charcoal, and just write, "You need a better lock, Captain," and just place it on the table and then slip out again.
Lovely. Okay. Do you close the door behind you with a little latch?
Yep. He's going to
Okay.
close the door and latch it again.
Lovely, lovely. All right. And Ariel, is there anything you would like to accomplish? Other than the rest, of course.
Nothing really that I could think of. I think she just goes for a wander around the ship and, I think she's fairly familiar with ships. Backstory. So she goes for a wander around and just inspects things. Uses the time mostly to calm herself down and steal herself a meeting.
Probably like refreshing on the vocabulary for primordial, yeah?
Yes, but also because she's going to be meeting frog people, and that's not something that she is loving the idea of.
Ah,
She'll just
I
be
see.
like, she's trying to calm herself down and not cause offense and international incident. So there's a bit of a pep talk happening with herself.
International incident. Ariel, could you please give me a perception check?
Oh dear.
And while you do that, can someone in chat roll me a 1d8? So it's a exclamation point, roll, and then 8, as far as I understand.
It's a 16.
16, not bad, not bad. Okay. A 5, lovely. So you are quite a bit nervous and aren't exactly sure how this meeting will go. So as you walk around, and the crew is quite cheerful, maybe a little too cheerful with your current state of mind. But on one of these strolls of yours, you notice something quite nice actually. You see that next to the ship, a group of dolphins, 5 dolphins, jumping out of the water and for a bit. Following the ship, kind of like curious about the journey overtaken.
Babies.
Some solace
Nice.
in pretty.
Yep, very nice. All right. Well, unless you guys have anything else to accomplish, the next day shall start. And for a few hours in the morning, everything is quite normal, but there is soon a strip of land on the horizon. You're starting to see the encroaching shadow of Cloakwood. Even from far away, actually, let's see how good your Legolas eyes are, everyone. Can you roll me a perception again? Like, how much detail can you see? Okay, I see. All right. So, 22 from
Tally.
Yanvin, very nice. And
Ooh.
Tally 21, lovely. Yeah. So you two have pretty good eyesight, I suppose. Then I don't know how good are the old elven eyes of Yanvarin.
It's the caffeine. That's all it is.
They are surprisingly good. So he's just standing there at the fore of the ship, and basically peering towards land, not squinting or anything, just
Yes. And
looking
the two of you with your keen eyesight notice a couple of things. First of all, the land seems quite marshy. You can see that there are some trees on like further areas, but the area where you are getting close to is kind of like a marshland. And you see a dark dot of the trading post on the coastline that is clearly your destination. It seems pretty fucking small. It's like it would not support like a full-on clan, a village of people, to your estimation.
I will point that out.
Yeah.
Ariel just
Yeah,
squints into the horizon.
Well, it seems that you are correct there. This village is village. Was it a village? Yeah, I think it was a village.
Yes, it was a village.
Oh, my apologies.
The sass.
Jack doesn't mind.
Don't hurt the old man, jeez.
It seems rather small, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Again, Ariel just continues to squint. She can't see shit.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna point her in the right direction.
Just
Yes.
looking at a random.
Just move her like 3 paces to the
yes.
right. So she's
As you're doing this, Captain also comes over and gets out of his pocket a looking glass and just like quietly like gives it to you, like have fun, and starts
like-
giving orders.
Like, oh, thank you.
You see it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Lovely.
Well,
Actually, with the looking glass, Ariel, you can see it's a pretty good looking glass. And as you zoom in a little bit, enhance, computer, enhance, you can see that on the dock of the trading
You're a
post, there's
madman.
already a party of these frog-like creatures waiting for you. There's 4 of them with weapons. They're not drawn like they're going to attack the ship, but there's clearly a 4-member guard group that is awaiting the ship to dock.
Looks like we have a welcome party that's going to greet us, although I'm not sure if welcome is the exact word I'd use. Armed, at least.
well, they'd be stupid not to be armed. There's a lot of strife happening in the village, no?
Strife be coming at the dock. So, either
Yeah.
way.
Well, if they're brave enough to try and take on a whole crew plus us, then good luck to them.
Lovely. Okay. So the ship is starting to slow down and get to the dock, and all of you see now that the trading post behind the docks is quite a small group of hovels, and there's mostly like children and elderly. It seems like people were like pushed out of the village first to seek refuge, and there's a few of these guards, but most of these guards are in the front, trying to greet the ship. As the ship is starting to slow down and the plank gets pushed to connect the dock and the ship, you see Captain Jimmy get a little bit more serious. He's quite a jovial fellow, but at this point he's a little bit like, well, they are, as you must understand, quite a stressful situation. I would urge you to be respectful, but these are lovely people usually, so nothing to be too worried about. I will lead you to the Pond Mother, and there I suppose Miss Ariel and Anna can translate what Pond Mother has to say.
Good.
I'm gonna quickly turn to Inwarden as well and just go, just to check, if I remember, I've looked at everyone's files. You are quite good with nature, but also a little bit sneaky.
Well, I have been done my fair share of sneaking, yes. I did run into a friend in the last, was it lamb thing they called it? And
That's
she
the one.
decided to join me on my travels. You saw her earlier. Her name is Ruby.
The fox.
Yes. And she is the reason. Call it reason? Is there? Yes, she's the reason I can do the other stuff.
Okay, can I make an insight check? Is she messing with me, or
Go ahead.
is he messing with me, or is this an act, or does he have dementia? I need to know.
Go ahead, and Ardanna will tell us
14.
how much a 14 gets you out of this.
He has no idea he's doing it.
Okay.
You can tell.
Okay. Yeah. All right. She will lessen up a little bit and just.
Yeah.
I won't actually roleplay this out, but she'll like. I imagine what she would do with that is like she will subtly try and, you know how with like some old people just like, yeah, and like lead them to the next thing without sounding like a dick. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, the adventure is pretty short, so if you have something to roleplay, you don't have to sweat. Like, it's gonna be fine.
So yeah. If I understand correctly, the other reason I bring it up, N1, is that you're going to be quite useful, and I'll say this to everybody else as well. I could be wrong, but I get the feeling that we are all collectively, the three of us, the rest of us, are rather good at dealing with threats as they come, but not so good at getting back up if we get taken down. So I would suggest that perhaps we maybe form a little cone around N1 just to make sure that they stay safe. Unless, of course, you prefer to not.
I think
entirely up to you.
I think Ariel has to walk ahead with Captain Jim because she's.
Yes, I imagine you'll be doing some of the talking, but I just wanted to generally put the sentiment out there. Correct me if I'm wrong. I get the impression that we're going to be fairly good in a scrap, but we might want to prioritize keeping N1 safe.
Oh wait, no, Ariel has history with Illirin, so she actually turns and raises her eyebrow at that, looks at Illirin, looks back at
Oh yeah, I forgot about
and then
that.
looks at Illirin again, and she's like, and she kind of like narrows her eyes, but she doesn't say anything at this point. She's like,
"What did he do?"
Fine, you're welcome to form an honor guard for our dear friend.
What did he do to you?
I'm able to. I think two will suffice for guarding him. And she walks ahead, stand beside the captain.
Ianvarn's face is the picture of innocence.
Lovely. Well, as you all step towards the dock and towards the guards, we are actually free to post that first picture, Josh, where we can see how Grippleys look. They're quite dexterous race, like human size, maybe a little bit shorter, with long frog-like limbs, and all of them have different colors. One of them is indeed green like this, but the three others are different colors. One is like a speckled yellow, the other one is bright red, and the third is purple with little squiggly lines of white. And all of them dressed pretty, I don't want to say primitively, but there's like pretty rudimentary clothing. They are clearly not too concerned to like fit into the society that they are coming in contact with. And all four of them give you this like this look. They try to assess you. So essentially what they're doing is they're trying to insight you, and you guys please give me all a charisma check. Not persuasion, just charisma. This is going to be a group check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
god,
charisma's up.
Nice.
Charisma's up top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good for me.
Let's see
Okay,
how Ariel
not bad.
goes.
11, 12, 20, and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
that's not bad. And Jim is also rolling because he's like, for the purpose of this, he's also representative of your group, and he rolls pretty well as well. So the Grippleys are looking you over. Thank you, Kate O'Sullivan, for the subscription for the 4th month in a row.
Yeah.
Beautiful and lovely. I'm sure Josh appreciates.
Avast and
And-
ahoy and such.
Avast and ahoy, ye scallywag, or whatever. And
Lubber.
yeah, yes, the Griplies. Obviously, you guys are not like brandishing your weapons at them or anything. You look.
Yeah.
You're like, what you looking at, you frog? No, they see you approach, and Captain says something. Only Ariel can understand it, and the rest of you can only hear these little like gargling noises that sound a little bit like rolling brook and a little bit like drops of water on leaves. You know, like plop, 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 that sort of sound. Ariel, you understand that he is introducing you as the members of the Avowed who are here to help from the Candlekeep.
Okay. So, do the Avowed have a general gesture of greeting, or is it just a simple sort of bow?
You tell me, guys. Do Avowed have a special gesture?
Yes.
The
With the
official
wiggles.
gesture. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Finger
know what you
guns.
do? You open a book and you do finger guns.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
Lovely. I guess you
Perfect,
all
yes,
do that
Andy.
in the background.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, Ariel initiates the open book in finger guns gesture. And I think
Give me an A. Give me a
follows
B.
the
Yeah.
lead.
Lovely.
It reminds
Okay.
me of if anyone's seen the movie Dodgeball, it's like they introduce the purple cobras and they go doom doom.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's you guys. Very cool, not at all nerdy.
Excellent.
No, that's the coolest people ever.
All right. Griplies look persuaded enough with your gestures and with the words from Jim that you are to be trusted, and flank you, not necessarily as like constricting nature, but do thank you a little bit to guide you towards the center of the trade post. So the place overall is again quite small. A lot of little hovels there, and you can see that the central structure of this little ramshackled group of shelters is a pretty fortified of stone and mud brick edifice. It is decorated with well-preserved carapaces and claws of giant crabs, and that is like the only structure here that is pretty impressive. Actually, you understand that usually this would be used as their like commerce spot, but right now it is occupied by the leader, the Pond Mother. And yes,
Are there any like plants around that would be flowering or sprouting some form of vegetation at any other time of year?
give me a quick nature check. Should be pretty simple for you.
It's not, but yeah.
It's not going to be too difficult. You
There's
know.
always that irony. It's just like, nature,
Yeah,
but
60.
it is in fact based in intelligence, not wisdom.
True,
Yes.
true. Yeah, but the DC would not be hard for you.
No,
'Cause
it's a 16.
I don't really think nature being tied to intelligence makes sense. But whatever.
It's another discussion, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, 16 is more than enough. You can see that although this area is marshy, you do find a couple of clusters of what's that yellow berry? Cloudberry, I think. That I think it grows in the marshlands. I'm not
Yeah, it does.
exactly a berryologist, but you do find one of those, and you can pluck it up if you want.
Yep. He's gonna pluck one of the twigs that seem to have like what looks like a bud on it, like it has flowered or will flower. So he's gonna pluck that up and just hold it in his hand as he slowly walks along with the rest of the group. And it's
Lovely.
like, yep.
Lovely. Jim actually notices it and turns to you a little bit to whisper theatrically so you all hear it.
I
He
love
says,
how you started calling him Jim, by the way.
Captain Jim, yeah. Captain Jim.
We said it once and you've been saying it consistently.
Whatever, it's Jim.
I love you.
our
It's
friend.
great. No, it's great. Continue.
Yeah. So he leans towards you and says, "Good thinking, actually. But a little word of advice, guys. Grippleys are very much into colorful trinkets. I do have something from us as a group for Candlekeep, but if you have anything to present to the Pond Mother, that would also be pretty helpful. Also, I don't know why I'm speaking as Julio. Disregard that."
I smell hash brown.
Yeah, he pulls out a little bit like of glass bubbles, like a little bracelet that dangles a little bit, and you can see immediately as he pulls it out to show you a couple of these Grippleys like dash an eye to look at that, like almost instinctively, and he like looks you over like, "Do you have anything?"
Yeah. Hang on. And I'm gonna take out a little pop-out mobile that I have for my youngest, which is, for those who don't know what that means, it's like the little thing that you hang above a baby's head that has like the dangling things, and they would definitely have colorful bits. So I will give a yellow spaceship to Joan. I will give a
yes, spaceship, very D&D.
Yes. No, fuck you. Get Yankee exist.
No, it's a literal spaceship.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Magic.
ship in space.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Yes.
And also Spelljammer. Yeah. Anyway, I give like there's probably like a blue whale with a smiley face. That's up for grabs. Whoever wants that. I'll grab. What else? There's a cactus with a bit of a face like this for some reason. And I'm trying to think of other baby-related material. There's probably a bear. There's always a bear. Bear with the top hat.
Nice.
And I'll give those to whoever wants them.
Also, quick question. Do I freeze for any of you on the Zoom?
Just now.
thingy?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
But I can still hear
Nice.
Yeah, there's no like skipping in your audio, it's just the visual.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
the camera keeps zooming in and out for me. Oh, well, on you.
That's just the camera being goofy. Okay, so we have a lovely spaceship. We have what else?
We had a spaceship, we had a bear with a top hat, we had a cactus with a frowny face, and
Yes,
a whale with a smiley face.
Beautiful. Does anyone else want to contribute? Any bits and bops?
Ariel just has stones, so I think she's gonna sit out of this one.
I mean, those are good stones. Those are luxury stones.
Some sweet ass
they are.
stones.
They're shiny, but they're like, you know, like the black river stones. So I'm not sure.
You
if
never
that's
know
the
unless
kind
you
of
try.
Shiny that they'll be into.
The question is, are they pretentious enough to go black's a shade?
Oh, yes. Oh.
All right. Well, she figures she might need to throw one in a pinch, so she keeps two and contributes
Okay.
one river stone.
Lovely.
Shined to perfection and practically reflects the light. It could be
I believe it's
obsidian, except
Prince.
it's not.
I'm sorry, team. I don't have knickknacks in my adventuring pack. Clearly my fault. I need to add
You
that to
don't-
my list.
You should get a bear for your children. For when you see them next.
Maybe I should. Like a big, like
A big bear,
stuffed
an
bear. That's a
obnoxiously
good
big
idea.
one. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep a lookout. Thank you.
Lovely. All right. So all of you have a bit of knickknacks prepared, and as you step into the central building, you can see that inside it is pretty dark. You can see a few light sources of little jars full of little fairy lights. I think Joan and Ariel would find it particularly triggering, perhaps.
Ew.
From the but
Squishy.
these are contained. And you can see also for some reason there's a bunch of big plates or like bowls actually of water just placed around the central part of the room. And as you come in, Jim takes his bubble and plops it into one of the bowls with water. I assume you do the same?
Ariel takes her stone and follows his lead.
Do you boom, boom, boom? Do you do the little...
I think she gently places it rather than kind of doing a softball
It
pitch.
slips off the water edge and hits the pond mother in the face. Little initiative.
Waste paper basket, basketball throw.
Lovely. So yeah, I assume all of you respectfully put it into water.
Yeah, Ianwarin will look at the pond mother and then take this twig. And
Oh, she's not there yet.
Okay, well, to the people who are there, he'll just flick his wrist and you see the twig that he clipped off just burst into bloom before he places it in the water.
Pretty.
Lovely. Yeah, it floats on top of the water like a lotus. Very lovely. And when you're done placing the little bubbles into the water, you can hear some movement from the darker shadows of the room, and you can see a large, gripply woman step out. She is quite a bit bigger than the guards that brought you in. Almost like a bullywug type of stature. She is covered in all the little bits and bobs. You can see a couple of little coins of different mint in one of her little bits of clothing. You can see a little spike of a compass that is like dangling on the other side. And as she comes closer and sits in the center of these bowls, you can see she like interestingly inspects. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 offerings. Can someone roll in chat !roll 6 to see which of these offerings piques her interest the most? Okay. So the first one, the baubles from Jim. Clearly, he understands this race pretty well. He understands their culture. So he brought like very colorful glass baubles that really shine in the water. So she picks them up, inspects them a little bit, and you can see on this big frog face that is like very magenta in tone, there's like a smile that graces her features, and she carefully places it on her little garb and starts speaking. And she turns to the group, and for most of you it's mostly croaks and drops of water kind of sounds, but Ariel, you understand her, and she says, "Yes, friends from the candle place." And she looks towards you. And Jim is kind of looking at you, Ariel, at the rest, seeing if any of you want to take the lead on this.
Jim is not taking the lead. Thanks, Jim. That's super helpful. So Ariel replies in primordial. Sorry, what is the organization called? Sorry, I'm having a brain.
The Avowed.
And she says in primordial, "We reach you, on Mother, on behalf of the Avowed," and that does their ridiculous gesture, but follows it with a deep bow. And then sort of looks back at the others and is like, "Do the fucking thing that I just did." So, presumably, you guys will follow her lead and do the ridiculous gesture and then bow as well. Or, if in Warren, I'm not sure if
I'll
he's in the state
incline
of
my
bowing.
head slightly.
Well, he tries. He's holding a cane in one hand, and so he basically.
No!
And
Tell my wife I love
instead,
He fucking dies right here. Okay.
He
So-
does like at me, and then just as he bows, he puts both hands on the handle of the cane and just nods.
Yep. She gives a slight nod in return and says, "Yes, Candle Place, good friends for a long while. Bad tidings were brought to our shores recently. A group of evil UNT came and took our homes, took our people, took our eggs." And when she says that, you can see the guards are looking quite dejected. They clearly are quite worried about it. She says, "We need help."
Okay, so Ariel again says in Primordial, and we have come to help. We come to bring you a. What's that? I see a finger going up. What's happening?
No, that's for Daria when she's ready.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead, Ariel. Finish the phrase.
We come with Captain Jim Jim to provide you with aid in response to these bad tidings. I'm not sure if it's time to bring up the book yet, but
That's up to you.
I'll leave it there. We come to aid you with these bad tidings.
All right. Yes, Jack.
Basically, I was gonna make either a I think she'll probably use what she's good at, which is a investigation check. Just kind of do a sweep and see like if they've been attacked. Basically, like using like her own version of an insight check to see like if she can verify anything based on like if they have any scars or wounds or if a battle transpired around the area, that sort of thing.
Understandable. Go ahead, roll investigation. If anyone wants to roll perception or insight or anything like that, you can also do that.
Only a 14, but yeah, 14.
Oh, come on.
Okay. So we have 14 and 13. Not bad. Joan is 19. Lovely.
Oh, I see.
You performed for some reason, but I'll give you the answer. It's fine. What's your
best fucking finger guns, bro.
You're such a good listener.
Technically,
What's
that
your wisdom
consider
modifier?
rolled? Yeah, not.
My wisdom modifier is
I've had enough. I need-
+2.
Oh, that's even better. That's a dirty 20 then.
Hey.
Lovely. Okay, so Tali and Yanverin, you see that they look pretty unharmed, at least this group. You do see that the weaponry that the Gripply warriors are holding are have signs of wear and tear. Obviously, they have experienced recently some form of fighting.
Yeah.
But Joan, you with your keen eye for conflict, while you were walking in, you saw like children and elderly. And you saw that quite a few people there looked worried and tired, and a couple of people you saw were clearly bandaged with some leaves. So it seems like most of them escaped more or less unharmed, but a few definitely were in a skirmish.
Gotcha.
Yes. And as you all think about that and try to assess the situation, Ariel, you are quite respectable, and I think I would like you to roll a persuasion check with advantage, because yes, you're behaving quite in a way that the Pond Mother enjoys.
Let's roll persuasion with advantage. Here we go. It's actually gonna work.
Do you want to shit talk your dice first?
You know what? I was saying absolutely nothing the last time because
Nice. Silent treatment. I love it.
okay,
19.
so 19.
Beautiful. Yes. Yes. You can see that she is clearly she had some communication with Jim, but because you're taking initiative and you're behaving in a way that is very respectful, she like fully turns to you, and you can see that she is extending one of her pretty long and big frog-like arms to you. Do you give her a hand?
After a split second of hesitation that pretty much you would have to know her to know that she's hesitating, Ariel reaches out her right hand and places it in the Pond Mother's.
Lovely. And as you put your hand onto hers, her skin is a little wet and a little cool, but very soft and smooth to the touch. It's pretty nice feeling actually. And she covers your hand with the other one of hers, and you feel something heavy in your palm. And when she takes her top hand away, you can see a pretty hefty book in your hands. And she says to you, "We trust that you will help, and this shall be a bit of help to you. I think this is a warning. This is a prophecy of what is happening to us now."
A warning. So Ariel, hang on, this is just me talking right now.
Hi.
So Ariel takes the book and replying again in primordial says, "We thank you," and does another bow, less deep than the first one because she's holding on to stuff. And again, I and my peers will do everything in our power to assist. And then she hangs onto the book for now. I think that's all Ariel's gonna say.
All right. No problem. Is there anything else?
Oh wait, no,
else?
sorry. She said we'll do our best to assist.
Lovely.
Where is it that
All
you?
right.
She's like, where should we? How do I phrase this?
Where shall we begin?
Well, are your enemy at the village or still at the village now? Is that where we should begin? Yes, where shall we begin? I'm complicating things too much.
No problem. Yes, she actually pushes one of the bowls a little bit away, and on the ground under it, she takes one of the little pointy bits from her like bejeweled gown and starts sketching something on the ground. And she's essentially giving you a sort of a map that shows that about like a few miles from here down the coast, there will be a crab maze. There will be an area where there's water is pretty shallow where the crab farm is. And she continues drawing and she sketches out a map for you on the ground. So Josh, if you could please plop it onto the stream. We can see the lay of the land of their village. Yep, there it is. And she
The stream's
looks
on my
at all of
phone.
you.
I'm not just looking at a YouTube video.
Lovely cat videos. Yes,
That's pretty good.
yes, but she expectantly looks at you. If you have any questions about it, she shall answer.
Ariel, ask about the enemy, their numbers and their strength.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that question. Suggestion, rather. So Ariel turns to the Pond Mother and says, "What of the enemy? Do you have an idea of their numbers and strengths?" And then sort of gives a thumbs up to Joan after saying,
Pond Mother seems to contemplate this for a bit and says, "We don't know the specific numbers. UNT came in the night. There were 2 groups of UNT. The first one was friendly. They came a few weeks ago and asked to do some excavation on the side of our old village." And she points at the little corner up top right of the map where you can see a little house. She points to that place and she says, "This was our first village. Too far from water, did not like it, move closer. But the village was interesting to UNT. They wanted to find something there. We said yes. They started to excavate, but then, at night, the other group came. They attacked. We ran. We tried to get away with our children. Most of us were able to run away. Do not know what happened to the first good UNT. Some of my people are still there, and most importantly," and she looks over at you with some sense of fear in her eyes, "our eggs, our nursery is still there. If you
Talia
can save
is
our..."
trying to put on a tough exterior, but she's like inside she's going.
Yes.
I'll
She
just
says,
say for storytelling's sake to rush this along that yes, Ariel is translating this to the rest of the group.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says, "If you are not able to drive the UNT away, at least bring us the eggs. We can rebuild, we can find a new spot, but the children..."
Right. So in that case, Ariel, now no longer speaking primordial, speaking common, says, "It seems that we have our destination where we are starting, unless anyone objects."
I
don't have any better plans at this point.
I have no objections. No.
All right,
That
so I assume
sounds
you'll
good.
bow? Tali is trying to not to cry, and you all bow and you leave the Pond Mother's house, yeah?
Yep.
All right. As you step away, the guards aren't following you out because they trust you at this point. You can see Jim gets out like, "Whew, well, that was stressful. I think we did a good job."
Ariel visibly, I forgot to narrate this because it would have been cool. Inside, Ariel appeared to be mostly calm, but because she does have her personal breeze, there were several points where it got a bit more ferocious and started whipping around her and her clothing, belying her anxiety, although the Pond Mother didn't seem to notice it very much. But as soon as she gets outside, she visibly sighs and slumps a little, and the breeze around her to the others visibly calms down as well. Well, I was happy to take the lead in negotiations, but I can't say that I'm much of a battle master. And she sort of turns and looks expectantly at Joan. Is it possible with anyone else?
Sure. I'm usually good in a fight. I say we get in there, try and be cautious. It sounds like some of these UNT might be friendly, so let's talk first, punch later.
I agree. Approaching with caution seems like the best course.
The two of you are quite quiet. You and Ian Warren.
I can be
You can
quiet
go
when
get or not, but you could be quite quiet.
So it's possible that we could make initial investigations and assess what's occurring without having to charge in guns blazing.
I mean, yeah, once I get in there, they're going to know we're here. Yes. And she will shift her chainmail underneath her t-shirt.
Make our
Usually
way down there, assess whether we would win in a fight, and if not, abscond with the eggs and come back and fight later.
I think that's a really good plan, actually. If there's a way we can snatch and grab, then at least we've taken care of one big thing.
Yeah, the eggs are clearly the priority.
Yeah.
Very well.
And then they can't turn it against us. If they think that it's our weakness, they can't use it against us. I am a fan of this plan.
Same.
The babies.
The poor babies. Very well. Ariel turns to Jimmy and with the book and says, could you store this in these pockets of yours, or is it unlikely to be able to be retrieved?
I mean, I can store it, of course. I would assume that you wanted to read it first, but I can take it.
Oh, right. Yeah. Reading it. Probably a good idea.
Books, right. Yeah, books
I know what I'm
are
doing.
Books are usually read, as far as I understand it. I don't really have that much of a book education.
Okay.
Education is the word, right? Yes.
All right. So Ariel opens the book to
All
look at the
right.
page.
And as Ariel opens the book, we're going to go on a break. So we're going to take a short break. We will dehydrate, rehydrate. While we're there, it's only a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more D&D. Bye-bye. Hello. Welcome back to the 12 Days of Candlekeep. We had a little break, we refreshed, and now we're ready to get the knowledge from the book. And Ariel, as soon as you open the book, something that you did not really expect happens. So when you open the book, it is not paper. In fact, the edges of the book that you saw while it was closed are just a container for what is kept inside. And inside, you see 3 wooden cylinders that are just plopped in there. And next to the cylinders, which are hollow but intricately carved, you can see a linen bag closed with a bit of a ribbon.
Like any book I've seen before. So I guess Ariel, purely out of curiosity, reaches for the linen bag and unties the ribbon. She's gonna regret this.
Mm-hmm. So when you untie the ribbon, first of all, there's a little bit of like wax seal on the ribbon, and it is in the shape of a drop of water. And as you untie the ribbon, you see just a bunch of dry bits of clay.
I guess she turns to the group with her findings and says, "What do you make of this? I got nothing."
Oh.
I didn't even
John's
say
gonna
that
grab a
Ariel
cylinder.
Yep, it's pretty light, wooden cylinder. You can see there's a lot of intricate designs on each side, but it's difficult to see all of it at once, so it's not clear what it depicts right now.
Oh.
But they are numbered. There's cylinder number 1, there's on the side number 2 and number 3.
Sorry, I cut out for a second. I'm sure you caught that. Could you repeat what you said just now?
So
Sorry?
we have 3 hollow cylinders with intricate designs, which are numbered 1, 2, and 3 cylinders, and we have a bag of dry clay.
We have cylinders and a bag of dry clay.
The bag of dry clay did have a seal with a drop of water on it, though.
Clay and water go together.
If I may, perhaps these cylinders can be rolled on the clay. I saw this at one, because his wisdom is pretty high.
Oh, it's like making mud pies. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yes, or like cookies, like when you, like a cookie cutter.
Okay.
Jim
try, I
speaks
guess.
up for a second and says, well, if you have stuff to do with this bag of clay, we can do that on the ship while I'll take you those a few miles to
Let's do
the
that.
crab maze.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
It does a passive investigation of 20 tell me anything that isn't already obvious, Daria?
No, nothing hidden as such.
No. Okay.
Pretty straightforward.
Okay. Cool. I think
All right.
Ardanna's on the money.
All right, so you'll go back to the ship. Jim signals, and the ship starts to slowly move away from the shore and moving in the direction depicted on the map that Pond Mother gave you. And you're free to do whatever you want with those cylinders. How are you starting this process?
First of all, Ianvarin is just slyly holding out his hand to Joan. There's a single berry in his hand. I hope those make you feel better. Better, yes, better.
Well, my puke tastes a lot sweeter coming out, so there's that at least.
Well, that's an improvement.
Mostly because Jack is tired and I figure better than kind of aping through this and kind of going, yes, I understand. Could I roll investigation check so that it's a little bit easier for me to understand what I'm looking at, please?
Of course. Yes, of course. Roll an investigation check.
Right.
That is
Normally,
not an
I'm
issue.
much smarter, Internet. That's
okay.
very cool.
That's okay. You're doing great.
I'm doing great. You're doing great, sweetie. 26.
You know what? With that, I think we shall even see how it looks. Josh, if you could plop him. Okay, there they are on the screen.
She'll get out a toothpick. For those who didn't tune in last time, whenever Tally's in detective mode, she gets toothpick and just chews it.
Yeah, so you can see those 3 cylinders. Look
I
very
need to
intricate.
open the stream up.
Everyone take a step back. Jack is opening the stream.
Shut up. Okay, cool.
Would that be like breaking a dam?
So yeah, do you want to start with the process?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I definitely know what that is.
Jack now acts like he understands. Yes,
Yep.
yes. Okay, so Yanverin, I'm guessing you're leading this. What are you doing first?
Yes. First, he would grab some form of bowl to pour
Easy
some
enough.
of the dry
From the
clay
jacket?
into. Yep. And then he'll mix the dry clay with some water until it becomes, not runny but workable. And then basically, he is that kind of a person. He's just gonna slab it down onto the deck and then
Lovely.
roll one of the cylinders out on it.
Would it be the cylinder numbered 1 first?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yeah, there's enough
The
clay
26
to...
Tally will say that. Jack will go.
Yes, Tally does confirm that it's enough
Yes.
clay and you do that, and you get all 3 cylinders rolled next to each other, I assume.
Yeah.
Because the clay is quite enough for that, and
Yeah.
you can now see that all those intricate designs actually form a few pictographs that depict a story that is unfolding between frog folk and serpent folk.
Uh-oh.
The first cylinder shows how the frog folk became skilled at harvesting giant crabs. You can see one of the pictures. They corral a crab into a special cage made up of different natural materials, and they are loaded on a seagoing vessel and taken away while frog folk celebrate their new wealth, depicting the trade. The second cylinder begins with a serpent creature lurking ominously outside the Gripply village. Then the serpent folk rush forth, capturing or killing any of the frog folk who try to stand against them. As the village falls into disarray, the giant crabs escape from their cages and head back to the sea. The third cylinder depicts and briefly tells about the aftermath of the serpent folk assault. The village is vacant, most of the buildings flattened. Still standing is the Gripply temple to their deity, which has been taken over by snake creatures.
Do the cylinders look old or like they were recently carved?
Great question. And with Tally's investigation, I think she would be pretty confident that this is a pretty old collection. Like the book holding it, not so old, but the cylinders themselves are pretty old. A few centuries, if not more. And for wood, they preserved pretty well, probably because they were like safely stored in some kind of container all this time.
Did we get the impression that this interaction with the serpent folk was a novelty for the frog folk? Or was it like, hey neighbor, good to see you kind of thing?
From the way she talked, Ariel would gather that the serpent folk were not like constant presence in Gripply society's life. The first group just came and said, hey, we want to excavate that site. Is that cool with you? And they said, sure, why not? So it did not seem from the way she described that she had any sort of standing originally with serpent folk.
Okay. Then Tali will basically say, if this is accurate, then they must be, then this is quite a historical find because, generally speaking, if a bunch of people attack and all of that, not a lot of people live to tell the tale, let alone spread the story. Generally.
I suppose that's the question. Would this be history, prophecy, or some combination
Prophecy.
of both?
Could be. Can't exactly ask. We're midway through transit. Hey, Joan, you can cast sending, can't you?
Me?
Yeah, no, that was a joke.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll just get some of my magic going.
I think we're about as magical as each other.
today.
Well, I like that. I mean, prophecy seems to. I mean, I think we've all collectively seen weird as shit in the past couple of days. So, whatever the weirdest option is, let's rule that out first, I guess.
I am quite curious as to what these serpent folk were looking for in the first place. Even the nice ones. They were nice. Yeah, the nice ones.
Didn't the Pond Mother say something about the god?
Did she?
I believe she did.
TM says no.
No.
She mentioned something that, yes, that they came to excavate something of significance to them.
Huh. All right, I'm making shit up. There you go. I got nothing.
There was something connected to the god, but she did not specify.
Did she say the word god? Am I going insane? Do I need a checkup?
You always need a checkup, Jack. Yes, but she did say
it's
that
important to
religion
get
was
therapy,
involved.
kids. Sorry, yes. One more
Yes.
time.
Religion was involved. Yes.
Okay, I'm not going nuts. Okay, good. All right. I'm gonna
I
gaslight
say that
him.
just to keep him calm. It's okay.
Yeah, totally. It exists now.
Of course, Grandpa. Let's get you back to your chair.
I am in one.
Just a question, Jack. Is the god in the room with us right now?
Is she talking to you? Anyway, let's stop dunking on Jack because
Just his
the
voices. Just
shore
the voices.
the shore is getting closer. This is a short trip, and pretty soon, very dejected Jim looking at the shit on his ship, on his beloved ship, says, "Well, I guess we're here. I can see the crab maze. Can't get you any closer. It's too shallow here, but we can like stay here
Sorry, baby.
and wait for like a day or two. How much time would you need?"
If we are just doing the scouting, a day should be enough.
I would say
in a day.
I would say maybe have your people right near, maybe someone on shift right nearby the anchor, just in case you see a bunch of snake people chasing us for
Whatever reason.
for whatever reason. No.
You want one of
us
my
four,
sailors.
as in 1, 2, 3, 4.
So
Not
you
the
want
word.
one of my sailors to stay on the boat on water for a day, waiting
that-
for you
Sorry,
Chugglebugs to arrive.
sorry. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm clearly too tired to understand what's going on. Never mind.
No. Like you mean like next to the anchor with the little boat, tiny little boat?
No. I just meant like because presumably the anchor is connected to a rope that you can just haul
Yes.
out.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Ah, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. Like waiting for you to get in and then skedaddle. That's what you meant.
She's
Yes.
implying a fast exit
course.
because
Oh yeah.
inevitably
That's
something's going to
not
go
an issue.
wrong and we might have to run.
Because I assumed that you want a tiny boat next to the shore with a guy just waiting for you indefinitely there. That would be very sad for that sailor. But yeah, that is acceptable for Jim. He says, yeah, we were on standby. As soon as you're back, we're leaving.
All right.
Excellent.
You embark. No, disembark. Disembark.
Both
You
work.
bark.
Both
So,
work.
question.
It is a dog here, by the way.
Provoke Siri.
As you said that it was too shallow for the ship to get closer, but like, would it be too shallow to dive into the water without breaking my neck?
Probably not. No, from here, go ahead. I wanted to
one way
give
to
you
find
one
out.
of the little boats that people use when we drown. I'm a sailor, I know this stuff. But if you want to swim to the shore, you can.
I'll take a boat.
Yep, Ariel will
take a
be on a
boat.
boat.
Okay. You get one of the, what's the word for it,
Dinghy?
guys?
Rowboat.
Rowboat. Thingy.
Yes.
Rowboat. Yeah, you get a rowboat.
Thingy. Yeah.
Dinghy, not thingy.
Oh, okay. I heard thingy. I use it for everything, so that's fine. So you get a rowboat, and you start getting closer to the shore. By this point, it's getting to the evening times. It's about like 3 or 4 in the day, and it's quite gloomy. It's cloudy. You see a little bit of gray rain just get a little bit into your face and onto the head. Not too much, but just a bit to make it uncomfortable. And you can see in front of you the crab maze. If Josh could put that picture onto the overlay, that'd be lovely, because you can see on top of very shallow water there are wooden walkways that connect, and between them you can from some spots see movement. You can understand that between these little walkways there are huge crabs milling about, and they sometimes appear and disappear beneath the frothing waves.
Oh, that is quite fascinating. Johan is forgetting himself. He's as soon as we reach the where you can get out of the rowboat, he's basically gonna grab the railing and just jump out, landing on 2 feet and then walk forward.
Lovely. Oh, and by the way, thank you for the raid, Monsters and Mayhem.
Yes.
You're just in time. We're in our second part of the stream where we're just getting to a frog people village that is overrun by UNT.
So basically what everyone sees is this elderly man grabbing the cane in the middle of it and just grabbing the railing and just jumping over.
I'm just gonna say to everyone left, it's like, it's good to see that, when I get to that age, I want to have that kind of energy. It's important.
Good start.
Ariel doesn't react at all. Just disembark. Like,
Yeah.
if she's thinking like, yeah, honor guard. How's that honor guard going for the poor helpless old man? No, she doesn't say anything. No, she's just like, I'm just
An honor guard for a freaking bunch of water where everything can be seen, I think we'll be fine for the freaking second. Oh no!
All right. So all of you bark happily. You woof and you get out of the
That's true.
boat onto the walkways. How do you want to proceed?
Stealthily.
Without your shoes, I assume?
Oh yeah, those clogs are gone. I left them in the boat.
Over the shoulder.
Useless wooden shoes.
Carefully, yes.
Okay. Then I will ask for a stealth check from each and every one of you to see how well we do.
No.
Tough.
Ian is too fascinated by the crabs.
Good for
Okay.
me.
11, 12, 16, and
23.
23.
Hey, she might as well be the wind itself.
Yes,
God.
unfortunately for Ariel, though, the rest of the crew are not as stealthy.
I let everyone know in advance.
Yes, that is true. But I would like all of you, whatever you want, perception or investigation, to get the lay of the land.
Perception is slightly higher.
Oh.
I think my perception's slightly
Okay,
higher.
casual
No,
29 from
dice.
Tally.
Hold on a second. I'm going to do something, and
ahead.
because
Oh, by the way, while you do something, please,
Well-
chat, if you're interested in helping the DM or the players, you can use channel points to give inspiration. So they can reroll stuff if they fuck up, and they will fuck up.
I'm going to use one of my
Particularly on stealth rolls,
psionic
yes.
dice. So that
Ooh,
is a
go.
21.
Lovely.
Instead of 17.
Okay. So we have 21, 17, 10, and 29. Okay. So yet again, Yanverin and Joan got an inspiration. Lovely.
There you go.
I wish we had that for stealth. But yet again, Tali and Yanverin get the most visual information from around them. You see that the water is almost bubbling with the amount of huge crabs that is underfoot. You understand that if one of you falls off these narrow walkways, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. That's for sure.
Yikes.
It's not very
Yes.
sustainable fishing, is it?
Yes, but you start moving forward, and Tali, you as you all try to inch over without gathering too much tension, you swear that in the depths of one of these little pools you see not even a crab but a huge lobster with incredible clenchy bits. I don't know.
Claws.
Claws, pincers, yeah.
Pincers, yes.
Yes. That is, with your investigation, you understand that it is following you. It is like a shadow, crouching under the walkways wherever you go. And also,
no.
I would love for the
sound
jig to
delicious.
stop because this shit is not as fun.
Okay.
One crab in the corner is just with a flute.
I will. Yeah, I'll point that out. I'll point that out to everyone, and just say, let's maybe power walk. Power walk. Yes. Off we go. Up we go. A little bit faster. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you start walking a little bit faster, the creaking wet wood under you gives way. Everyone give it a dexterity check, please.
Oh, fuck.
Save.
Oh, come on, dice! Okay, I'm going to spend
Okay.
another... can I do that on... saves? Let me double check.
Incidentally, the being a
That's
vulpin is
not
very useful
right.
because you get to
Okay,
add your intelligence to dexterity
that's
saves.
lovely.
Otherwise, it'd be fucking terrible.
Can I roll again because I have inspiration from the last
course.
game?
Of course. Use it up. Use
Okay.
it up. I'm glad you won't have it after that.
Oh, come on. Oh, well.
There you go.
God, what?
Okay.
That-
Well,
well.
it is what it is. Okay. So we
Yeah.
have 14.
Yeah, I can't use them on saves.
That's okay. 14, 22, 18, and big 12 from Ariel. Okay, so you
Dexterity
all...
is literally
Unfortunate, but that's okay. You don't fall off the walkway. None of you rolled as low. However, when Tali starts to like push you forward a little bit, Ariel, you lose your cool for just a second, and your foot slips on the wooden planks, and you plop onto the wood. The sound of smacking water brings all of you back to attention to it, and you can see that out of the water, one of those huge pincers is trying to grab you by the ankle. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Yep.
Dice? What's with the shit rolls?
Sorry, that's in saving throws, right?
Mom was teasing me. It was like
No, it's
11,
initiative.
13, 5.
Oh, right, sorry. I know where that is.
Yeah, right next to your armor class. Alrighty. So, Joan, what's your initiative?
11.
11. Tali.
I got a 5.
A 5. Big 5. Okay. Ariel.
Yep.
12.
12. Okay. Yanverin.
16.
16. Okay. And our lovely little monsters.
Josh, I have a +4 in initiative. Come on.
Come on.
A 12 is not a great roll for initiative.
Okay, the crabs and their big friend did not roll that well either. They will go right smack dab in the middle of you guys. So,
Right.
Yanverin, you are first to recover from this situation. You can see Ariel is on the planks. One of the crabs is trying to grab for her leg and trying to pull her, but that does not have the time yet to do so. You can see from the other side of the water, another crab starts to surface, but is not fully visible yet. The lobster that Tali pointed out is yet to be seen. What are you doing?
So basically, what Yanvarin is going to do is he's going to rush over to Ariel, and on the way, he basically looks up at Tali, gives her a wink, and then grabs the cane by the handle and pulls out a rapier from it.
Lovely.
And then
And I assume you...
Yeah, he's gonna stab at the crab while standing between Ariel and the crab.
Okay, lovely. Just for your information, guys, the walkways are pretty narrow, but 2 people can stand side by side. Not more than that, but 2 can.
Yeah.
Lovely. Roll for attack.
Let's see if I can break that shell. Come on. Yes, 24.
Oh, of course, it absolutely hits. With a crack, the rapier goes right into the carapace. Roll damage.
So that is 5 piercing damage, and do I get sneak attack? Because Ariel is next to it?
Yes, I would say so.
Yes, so that is 4. So 9 total.
9 total. That is lovely.
Yeah.
With a sickening crack, you can see that you definitely pierce and pretty far in. As you pull your rapier out, you can see the fluids get bursts out of him. The crab almost goes under with the strength of your blow, but does resurface back quite a bit dazed, as if a crab can look so. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm just double checking something. If I can do a psionic as my bonus if I use the melee attack. No, I have to use psionic for both. So what he is going to do is he's going to take a bonus action dodge, still standing between Ariel and the crab to give her the chance to get up.
Lovely. All right. So next up is Ariel.
Oh, okay. Am I able to get myself up? Is that an action?
Yep.
Or
No, it's just
No.
half of your movement.
okay. So she manages to get herself back on her feet, and so the crabs resurface. We can see 2 crabs at this
Yes, one crab is in front of you and Yanverin. The other crab is behind you currently, but he's not like reaching up yet.
point? Okay. And we still haven't seen the lobster. Cool.
The lobster
No.
boy is still sneaky.
Okay, so for the one that it's in front and I am looking at, I will use my bonus action, insightful fighting. So I want to roll for insight. Yes.
Of course, go ahead.
Let's do this.
I assume you have to beat their DC,
Yes.
their
Yes.
AC. Okay,
So
20
that's-
does, absolutely.
Cool. So that means I get to sneak attack.
Lovely. The one that is already wounded, I assume, yes?
Yes, the one that so I draw my short bow.
You will have disadvantage on attacks with a ranged weapon right now.
Ah, okay. Well, in that case, I draw my shiny rapier gotten from God knows where. We just
Yes.
don't think about where it came from. And
You attack. Big 21. That is lovely. As you attack, someone in chat, can you roll me a d20? So exclamation point roll 20, please. And you of course have to do damage now. 15. Okay. Unfortunately for this one, we would love a low roll
No.
because as you attack, the damage does go through whatever it is. $12. That's almost as much hit points as this crab has. He already was looking very bad. Now it's definitely dead. However, the only issue is the rapier was not of high quality make, and as you attack, you can hear a snap, and all you have is the handle in your hand as the crab falls back into the water. It is dead, but the rapier is no more.
cool. So I discard that and draw my daggers and have them at the ready.
Yeah, lovely. Anything else? That's it.
Still have the remainder of your movement if you want to use
Yeah, if you want to move anywhere, you can.
I take a few steps back.
Yeah, I assume you like get in line with Yanverin because you are kind of like perpendicular to the trail right now. Yep. So you're like
And
next to him.
I can't think of anything else. Let's just end it there.
That's good. That's a lovely turn. You got rid of one of the crabby boys. That is lovely. Now the crabs go. So one that is that was trying to surface from the water behind you guys. He was trying to go for you, Ariel, but now because you stepped back, he has to choose. Can someone in chat roll a 4? So exclamation point 4, and we'll see who the crab will go for. And as that happens, you guys understand the plan of the lobster. You can hear a crack, and you can see that the walkway in front of you, the wood gets snapped in half by huge pincers. The lobster is trying to cut you off the ways of escape. But that's all the lobster will do this round. He will just try to put some water between you and your destination. And number 1, okay, we shall attack Joan then. The lobster will move forward and try to get one claw around you. All right, so that's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, I'll do it.
That'll do it. Okay. So that is a 4 bludgeoning damage,
Ouch.
and you are grappled.
Dang it.
Yes. But that is all for now. Next is Joan. Your turn.
All right. Are my arms free? Or
Yes.
Am I... Okay, cool.
Nope. You just can't move away from this creature.
That's fine. I'm gonna smack it with my sword.
Hell yeah. Fuck him up. Oh yeah, definitely.
So, all right, get some damage. 8 damage.
And that is lovely. Lovely
And I
damage, yeah.
I have multi-attack, so I'm gonna smack him again.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Get some.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it does get some.
get some.
You might even kill it. Yeah, that's plenty. That's enough. Yeah, you can see that the
Grapple me,
creature.
you stupid crustacean! Arr!
You cut it in half, even through the outer hard bit. You can like cleave it right through, and the two parts plop away. Needless to say, you're no longer grappled. Who is there to grapple you? Come on. lovely turn. Tally.
Okay, how bad is the walkway looking?
The walkway between you and the other bit, there's about 2.5 meters now. Jumpable,
Okay.
but it
looks
does take a
like
bit of.
Should I make some sort of check to see if it intends to break down more, or?
I would say
But maybe I
with
should
your
assist
high
him.
passive investigation, you can see that the creature is trying to swim back to the back of the group. You can assume that it's perhaps trying to make a little island of you, a little dish, a little plate, a little
Right,
buffet.
Yep. Okay.
Can I just say, DM, the entire party and the Dungeon Master all have inspiration currently from very kind gifters in chat, and by that I mean me.
Thanks, buddies.
But also, Bolly
thank you.
Firesmith has also gifted Malaika a second, so if you will allow it, Daria, Malaika has 2 inspirations.
Hell yeah,
Ooh.
of course.
Bring it.
Of course.
Yeah. I'll go try it again.
So basically, I don't know if there's any more crabs that I can whack right now, right? Or are
Right
there?
now, no. But
Okay.
you know that the water is teeming with them, and the sound of crashing wood might have brought some in. You don't know yet.
Yeah, yep. Okay, my turn's going to be boring, but I think I'm just going to use it to throw my net if it seems long enough to basically secure a way along. So, like, making a makeshift walkway.
Interesting. The only thing is, you can definitely secure it on this side. How would you make sure that it does not like just fall under your weight into the water?
Basically, I guess it would be a situation of trying to throw it onto, like, I imagine, like, it's like flat
A
wood,
post?
and then posts essentially that are slightly higher.
Okay.
But it is designed as a weapon to kind of grapple on and stuff. How that works, I couldn't exactly tell you, but I imagine it's weighted on the corners and things like that. If that doesn't work, I'll just hold my action for an attack.
Well, let's give it a try. I think it would require some dexterity, so let's do a sleight of hand check to see if you can like catch one of those wooden posts into the holes of the net to secure it.
That's a +0, so I won't do that. I don't want to lose my
Okay.
net. I will just hold my action.
Well,
And-
don't you have an inspiration? You sure you don't wanna try it?
No. Actually, you know what? No. This is good television. Fuck it. Oh no, sorry. I roll for my net, but yeah, I lose my net because that was a hang on, 10.
It's 10 plus 10.
10.
Unfortunately, not enough. You don't lose your net. Like there's no weight on it right now to just sink it to the water. So you can
Right.
pick it up if you want later, but it does not seem like it would support anyone's
Right.
weight.
Okay. So theoretically, could I just use the? Because what I was thinking of was using it as an attack roll because I can literally throw my net as an attack. Could I
Sure.
try again? Or does that not work?
Okay, sure. Let's do it.
Okay. So would this be my net attack roll or another sleight of hand?
It's still gonna be sleight of hand, but I'll give you another try.
Okay. Well, that's a plus
Because
0.
you're not really attacking anyone.
There you go. 19.
That is more than enough. Yes, you do secure it. You feel like it's gonna be enough to walk over, but we'll see what Lobster has to say about it later.
And then I'm going to. I don't think anyone's small enough that I can basically take anyone by the hand or anything like that. But nor do I think I'm familiar enough with any of them. But I will lead the way and just cross over on the net. And I won't even say anything. Like it's somewhat obvious that we need to move. So that's
Lovely.
what I do.
Lovely. By the way, anyone in chat, could you please roll me another 20? I want to see how much brain energy Lobster has. But as we do that, we move to the start of the turn order. Yanvarin.
Nice. So, as far as Yanvarin sees the crab in front of him just die. He sees the other crab straight up die, and he knows from Tali's telling that there is a lobster here somewhere.
Yes.
So he's going to look between everyone, and then he's going to try and put at least 10 feet of distance between himself and the rest of the group.
Are you going back?
Yeah, he's gonna move back a bit.
Okay, you pass
distance.
Ariel, put your distance behind you. Okay.
Yeah, and then he's just gonna say, Ruby, if you could please. And you see from his arm this fox materializing again. And this time it's not so much a fox on fire as it's a fox-shaped fire.
Lovely. Does it do anything, or for now it's just like on standby?
I can use my bonus action to just say to her, well, if that mean thing that our friend talked about shows up, could you bite it, please? And that's basically all he can do.
Can it hold the action to attack?
Yeah, it would basically be. I'm not sure if I can do it, but I would be using Yanvarin's reaction for Ruby to attack.
Sure, I'll allow it. All of you can see this flaming fox appear. A little bit of water under its paw gets vaporized immediately, and in this gloomy environment on this gray water, it looks very majestic. And now we get to Ariel. Right now, you don't see any enemies around you.
Goodness. Okay. Oh, just for curiosity's sake, do we know how much the lobster weighs?
More than 10 pounds.
The lobster, when Tali pointed it out, was, in scientific terms, fucking huge.
So scientific terms. So are we talking north or south of a ton?
About a ton, I would think. It's gargantuan. It's humongous. It's thick with 3 C's.
Okay. All right. Good to know. I can't see any enemies at the moment. Is the net still suspended?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the net is still there,
That
and
was a
Tali made her way.
Very frustrated yes that burst out of your body there. Okay.
That was because the old man went the other way, and the other time Tali tried to get people to move. They didn't fucking move either.
Okay. So Ariel, not seeing any better options, still armed with a dagger in each hand, makes her way across the net to try, uses movement to make her way across the net and try.
Yep.
Wait.
You can hold your action to see if anything comes by to attack. The only issue is because you're having daggers on right now, you will only be able to attack with your reaction if it's close by, if it chooses to attack you and Tali. That's good enough, I assume. Or you can change to the bow. Right now, you won't have any disadvantage because no one is up close and personal in your grill, you know? No one's like, what up, bitch? Like, you're free to shoot. That's how crabs talk.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so I would say that, yeah, she changes from her daggers to her short bow.
Yep,
and
lovely.
just keeps her eyes on her peripherals as she's bounding across the, well, not really bounding, just cautiously crossing the net to try and get out try and get to the way out as quickly as possible. I'm just my actions would
Changing the weapons would be your action. So
cool.
that would be all. Yep.
And I can't use a bonus anymore because I just did the action. Never mind.
That's all right. That's all right. So now the turn of the lobster boy. First of all, do any crabs appear? Let's check. Okay, there's one crab that appears next to Tali and Ariel. And it will take a swing at Tali with a claw and rolls a natural one. It just grabs nothing. Grabs nothing. Goes but that's the end of its turn. But
Okay.
the lobster was pretty stupid according to chat. So it does not take the net. Instead it will get out of the water and try to barrel into Joan with his body to try and drag her into the water with. So, Joan, this is a contested roll. If you want, you take athletics or acrobatics, and you gotta roll, and I gotta
we're
roll.
doing athletics. We're doing
Of
athletics.
course.
Come on.
Of course.
Can I use my
Yippee-ki-yay.
inspiration again?
Of course, you have inspiration.
Okay,
I said yippee-ki-yay!
Yippee-ki-yay!
Would this trigger Ianmarin's or Ruby's reaction when it shows
You're
up?
pretty far away. Does it have a ranged
Okay.
attack?
Yes, it does actually.
Then sure.
Let's see.
24, good job.
yeah.
Yeah. It did not roll that well. But I do have inspiration too. Let's fucking
All
go.
right, bring it, baby. Let's go.
It has good bonus, you know.
Okay.
Oh, I
so
rolled worse.
that-
Nice.
Can I just say,
Ruby.
as the lobster crawls out and charges at me, I'm gonna say, "Welcome to the party, pal!" and then charge at it also.
Nice. You meet the charge, you like headbutt it into the face. Let's go. Yandarin?
Meanwhile,
Oh god, we've actually gone down to the coast and had a few laughs. Amazing. Sorry.
while you're doing this, Joan, you see from the periphery this fox basically run up and try to blem the.
You Yoshi'd it? You're doing a Yoshi?
No, like I rolled a nat one. She was supposed to spit a fireball.
Oh, okay.
Completely so, like, what was I supposed to do? Oh, I'm gonna lick it.
Lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah, the scene is at least very well lit by this fiery spirit, so we can see John just meet the creature halfway. The creature gets stunned for a second, but it does have a second attack. So because it couldn't pull you in, it will just take one of the grabbers and try to snip a bit of Joan as a trophy.
Okay.
Oh, this does hit. It's like 25. Oof.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, this is a chunky boy. Okay. Ooh,
no.
good damage. It's 14 damage.
Ouchie. Ouchie. Ouch.
Yes.
It didn't grab
and
you as this happens, does it?
you are grappled, but he can't pull you away now. But you are grappled.
Oh my god.
Okay. At least I'm not underwater. That's good.
Yes, you're not underwater, and this creature is visible. It's like half on the walkway. You can see one of the pincers around Joan, and it looks scary. It's a huge fuck off lobster. That's the name. So now it is
I hate them.
Joan's turn.
All right. Well, I'm obviously gonna smack it with my sword. I'm aiming for the claw that's got me. I'm gonna try and disarm it quite
Let's do
literally.
it. Let's do it.
Smack. 16?
That does hit.
Hell yeah, it does. All right, I'm gonna smack it again.
Let's go. 18. Lovely. Both hit. And the total
that's
damage.
a bit better.
Oh, nice. So that's 19 damage overall.
Nice.
Fucking hell.
That's very good. 19 damage. Yeah. You hit it and you hit it well. The only issue is it does not seem phased. Like it took damage like it was nothing.
Tough customer. Okay.
Yep. That's a tough boy. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. Okay, great turn. Tali. There's a crab next to you, and there's this huge fuck off lobster there.
Oh boy. Here's an important question. Even if we chose to run, is it a long way to get to the beach?
No.
Is it going to catch up with us no matter what, or?
There is not necessarily a beach. I'll tell you the name of this little thing. You would be absolutely safe in about 100 feet where there is a water break. Water break? What's the thing for this little strip of land, usually?
I think I understand what you mean. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a couple of turns of running, but as soon as you get there, it can't follow you up the wall.
Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. She is going to
The breakwater, that's what it is.
She's going to get very frustrated because we're standing and fighting this thing, and I'm just waiting for it to drag one of us into the bloody water. But she will give something a shot so that we have an opportunity here. So I'm gonna cast Fear on it.
Ooh.
So
on the lobster?
Yes. So how I imagine this sort of works is that she's not magical inherently. So she might throw an axe and it hits it in just the right place, and if it works, it hits it and makes it scared, essentially, to bugger off for a second.
Lovely. Is this a wisdom save?
It is. It's a wisdom save of 15.
Let's see. It is wiser than it is intelligent.
Fair enough.
It's a natural 18. Yeah, it's
Now, do you accept the inspiration used to have you roll again and take the lower number? No? That's fine. That's cool. That's why I'm asking. Cool. I'll use that then. I'm having a interesting time. Fuck it. Let's get back into position next to Joan and do this the old-fashioned way.
You walk over again. There's a crab next to you. It will take a grab at you as you go.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't disengage.
Okay. I think it will hit with a 17.
Okay, I'll hit the crab then. Because it grapples me, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay,
yes, it does.
Yeah, so she's going to hit it very frustratingly with a...
Yeah, the damage there is small, but the grapple is the stinky part.
Okay.
3 damage to you.
Okay, understood. Let's do Action Surge, and let's use Great Weapon Master. She's mad. So she's going to do a -5. Let me just make sure I understand what I'm looking at here. Stand by. New character, who this? Immediately, no, that's Grappling Strike, what I'm looking at. Where is it?
After this, you're
a
under
melee attack with a heavy weapon that you are
attack.
proficient with. You take a -5 and add +10 to the damage if it hits.
Wow, okay.
So-
You might hit it and kill it in one hit.
Yeah, in which case she will run for the lobster if that's the case. So,
Good choice.
+7. That's gonna hit. That's a 23.
Yeah.
So that's 2d6 +4 +10.
Let's go.
14, 24.
That is twice, almost twice as what it has. You like with a backhand, like,
upset.
get out of here, and just continues running. Yeah, you get to the lobster.
Second attack, same thing. Yeah,
Let's go.
-5, so +10 if it hits. Yeah, sorry, I should have included the -5, but I think it hit anyway. So
Yeah. It did.
New character. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so this is a +7, but it's -5. I don't think there's anything else I can do to. Oh no, that does not hit.
You
So
have inspiration, do you not?
No, I burned it.
have
I do.
inspiration,
I see
right?
that.
Yeah.
Yep. 10.
Unfortunate. Okay, but good try. Good solid try. Yanverin.
Yep.
Yeah, seeing as the Ruby is now standing right next to the lobster, Yanverin is going to run forward and try to stab it.
Let's go.
So let's see what he. 16.
That does hit.
Yep. So basically, he rushes forward and tries to stab it like through Ruby's flames.
Ooh, nice.
Yank it. It's not gonna add anything, but it's
Still cool.
flavor. So that is nice. 7 piercing damage.
Lovely.
Is an ally standing within flanking?
Yes.
Okay. So that is also 9 sneak attack damage.
Lovely. Yes, beautiful
So
damage.
16 total.
Very good. Yeah, it doesn't seem bloodied, but it took a good hit. It took a good
Yeah.
hit.
And then
Okay.
he is basically petting Ruby as a bonus action, and she is going to. Let's see. She's gonna back up a bit. So let me see if she can actually hit this time. Yes, she will.
Ooh.
The 17 to hit. So she
Yes.
backs up to get into position for a ranged attack.
Oh, the lobster will try to nip at your spirit as it goes.
How many hit points does the spirit have?
Yes.
So okay, that's an attack. 14.
Wanna say
Does it hit?
14 will hit, yes.
Okay.
My cousin!
Oh my cousin. Okay, that's 13 damage.
Oh, she did not like that at all.
But she's fine, right?
Yeah, she's 2
Lovely.
hit points left.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot, okay. But she does back up, like, oh, okay. Now you fucked up.
Yeah, now she's angry. Like,
could do this all day.
really. Thank you for being so nice to me. What the hell is 5? No, wait. Where does it say? 1d6 plus PB fire damage. What?
Player bonus, I assume? Proficiency bonus.
Thank
Proficiency
you.
bonus,
Yes.
so +3.
Yes. So 6. She basically opens her mouth and spits out the fireball.
That is
he
lovely.
takes 6
Yeah.
fire damage as well.
You can see a little bit of a scorched mark and some vaporized like water on the side of the carapace. Carapace? Yes.
Yeah.
Nail.
Carapace. Yep.
Yes, and yeah, it did not like it. You can hear little sounds of chittering inside its mouth? Question mark. But now it is Ariel's turn.
Okay. Jesus, how relative to the group, is she still across the net?
Yes, you're alone across the net. Yes, you're in relative safety.
Okay, how far away am I from that? Like, in
You're
terms of
about
distance?
20 feet away from the lobster.
20 feet.
and-
Okay, I can still
yeah.
hit that with the
Oh yeah.
short bow. Excellent. Okay. So, do I need Do I need to roll for insight again to be able to sneak attack it? Or
No. There's plenty of your allies next to it. You'll get sneak attack.
Sweet. So, yeah, Ariel aims her short bow at the big old ugly lobster.
Let's get it.
And let's see if she hits.
Oh, yeah. 22. That's lovely. Let's roll damage with sneak attack.
So roll regular damage and then sneak attack. Sorry, I'm very new. For anyone watching, I'm very new and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
You
got it exactly right.
well.
You said it exactly right. You do it.
Yep.
What you just said is exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Click on the damage next to your short bow and then click on sneak attack.
Damage, which
We
isn't
stand Malaika Moon here.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
bless.
stand new players. That is
Absolutely.
awesome.
And then
Okay.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks
I didn't say it.
pretty damaged at this point. You can see that the arrow shot almost through part of it, and you can see a little bit. Actually, you're under. God, it does has an NPC with a very similar name, so I'm getting confused. Yanverin, you can see the little bit that stares right in your face and outside of this creature on the other side of the arrow. Like it went in pretty well.
He's like,
Oh, good job. Yes. Anything else, Ariel?
I think she's just gonna yell to the others if so she just yells if they can hear her above the lovely beach wind. If we're not running, let's finish this!
Hell yeah. Lovely. Okay, well then next up is the lobster. So let's see if any crabs show up. Nope, no crabs show up this turn. But the lobster has its quarry in a claw. It will try to pull you underwater, Joan. Good news. Yes, good news is it's again athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Athletics all day. All day! Oh,
What is
fuck!
it?
Oh, shit! Oh, no!
11. Do you have inspiration? Did you use it up?
No, I used it. I used it.
You
last
used it
time
up.
for this. Oh, fuck.
Okay, well, another piece of good news is that because it's pulling you away, all people around you have an attack to bonk it. So
Do I?
absolutely.
Yes.
Because
everyone
I would
except
like to do a
Ariel.
grappling strike, please.
Okay, that is smart. Let's go.
Okay, well let's
Then,
not
before we
count
get
chickens,
any
we're gonna do
damage
this.
from Yanverin on this, we'll check if it actually can leave the space.
Yep.
That's fair. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Ooh, 11.
No, I got 11.
No inspirations on you?
Okay.
No. Okay.
Not unless someone wants to donate theirs.
Oh, I have double.
Hold on.
I have double. I'll donate one of mine.
Works for me. Let's go. Let's go,
Thank
Jack.
you, kind stranger. Okay, all right. I'm gonna look away. Tell me what I get.
You get fuck all 10.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
unfortunately. Okay, well, Yanverin hit it. You definitely hit. Let's see that damage.
8
God.
piercing damage.
Okay, 8. That's good. Unfortunately not enough to like straight out kill it, but good damage. Alrighty. You guys see as Joan is pulled underwater. You can see her and you can see the lobster. They don't go far, but you get covered in this salty seawater. It took movement. It'll try to use its pincers on you twice underwater.
Fine.
Yep. What's your DC?
14.
That's a natural 20 on the second one. So, okay. The first attack is 9 damage.
Okay.
Not that bad. The second is 17.
Ow.
You up? You okay?
I'm up. I gotta do some math, but I'm still
Okay.
up.
Lovely. So you guys can see
26.
Joan gets pulled underwater, and you can see her for a bit, and then you don't because there's a pool of red spreading over the water. You can see that
Cool.
the lobster got a couple of very good hits in. Joan, it's your turn.
All right. Well, it's life or death, baby. I'm gonna stab. I'm going for right between its beady little stalk eyes. Let's go, baby.
Go. Let's go. And you have inspiration if I see the chat correctly. You should probably use it here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. I'll re-roll that attack.
Why are we rolling
That's
so bad?
better.
Oh, that's much better.
Hey.
Yes.
I crit on a 19, I believe. So.
Let's go. You can actually kill it now if you roll well.
Oh fuck yeah! All right, let's get some damage, baby. Oh,
That would be Pog.
Oh!
it's okay.
Okay.
It's all right. I got multi-attack, so I'm doing it again.
Well, isn't it a crit? Roll more damage for this one.
Oh, I get to roll damage twice. Sorry, my mistake.
Yes, yes,
Roll
yes.
damage again. 12.
Okay, so that's 18, and you have a second attack?
Yep, and I rolled. That was an 18 to hit.
You hit. You absolutely do.
Let's go. Let's go.
How do you want to do this?
Big money,
All
no
right,
whammy.
baby. I'm gonna
Nice.
stab him right between the eyes, and then sort of lift my sword up to cleave its head in half.
Yay!
Can anyone tell me what lobster blood looks like? Is it blue?
No, I don't think so. Is it?
Hold on.
Okay.
As far as I know, it's just
Oh,
red.
this one will have blue blood. So all you saw right now was
All
a
Earth
pool of
creatures
red.
have blue blood. We all
Lovely.
breathe oxygen.
Ah, and it oxidizes
That's why it's red. Sorry, carry on.
Okay, nerd, you probably wear glasses. Anyway,
Nope.
you can
No,
see.
lobsters have colorless blood.
That is lovely. So you can see the pool of red. For a second, there's nothing, and then there's a sword, like in Arthurian legend. The Joan with a sword up just surfaces, and lobster is no more. Lovely.
She's laughing maniacally.
Covered in blood, like lovely.
I guess I'll get my net and fish her out.
Oh no!
Get attacked by a net.
that real useful net. Yep.
Yep,
Ian, why don't you just
lovely.
pats you on the shoulder a little bit, and then, Joan, was it? Do you want some aid?
I am bleeding so much. Yes,
Right. And he basically turns to Tali and just, could you hold these? Giving Tali
Yeah.
the rapier and the scabbard.
Yes.
And then he rips off the robes. And under it, he's in full leather armor.
Nice.
And then he
Nice.
just dives in. And coming
Oh,
up next
I think I was getting her out from the thing, wasn't
No, he dives in. He doesn't fucking wait.
No, while you're dragging her in, he basically dives in after and then puts hands on Joan to
Oh.
cast Cure Wounds.
Lovely. You can roll those cure wounds now.
Yeah. Let me see. So that is Cure Wounds right there. For 10 healing.
Oh, that's
not-
helpful. That's much
good.
better.
That's good.
And I assume you all get on top of the walkways again?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, lovely. And what do you do next? Do you want to take a breather here, or do you want to reach the safety first?
Ariel calls
si-
because Ariel's still like quite far ahead of everyone else, so she calls out and she's like, "Yeah, nice work, Joan." Don't know if you hear it. But
Thanks.
In the meantime, if you're in the state for it, we should probably move to safety.
That's a good idea. I start lumbering towards where the net was. The safety.
Yes. Lovely. Yeah, all of you safely cross the rest of the way to the breakwater. It is a wall fashioned with some mud, some bricks, some branches, and it is reinforced with vines. And it does not take you too much effort to get on top of it. So now you're safe from the water creatures. And now you can actually get the lay of the land of the village. And I would like all of you to roll perception or investigation. That can also work. I will give different information depending on what you roll.
I've still got blood in my eyes. I'm not seeing much.
Yeah, you're a little busy.
Yeah.
Ah, where are my psionic dice?
30 on Tali. Oh, okay.
Jesus, to Ariel, this is meant to be your thing. Why are you seeing nothing?
I guess you guys are still a little concerned about the creatures who might or might not be following you. So you're kind of like sealing glasses back, but yeah.
Like
15.
Ariel's shook from the encounter because crabs and lobsters are insect adjacent, so
They're also
Ariel's day.
objectively horrifying.
Yeah, frog people, lobsters, crabs, just everything. Yeah. But Tali is in cop mode, right? Tali just gets the lay of the land, quickly understanding what the positioning of things is. And yeah, the map is there. So you are on this little bit in the middle where the maze ends. And from up top, you see a little bit of water, a little pool that leads into a river. And on each side of the river, you see quite a few small houses. It doesn't seem like most of them are occupied. You don't see much movement or light coming from those. You see a few storage facilities, and the bigger dot on the map, right on the bend of the river, is a pretty big building that is made out of wood, bricks, and has the same kind of structure that the meeting room with Pond Mother had. So you assume this is a building of some significance. Over it, Tali, with your investigation, you can also see the little pools of water a bit further in. You can see that those are not just pools of water, they are little wells that you would assume are the nursery for eggs to keep them in safe and humid environment. And you can see milling about the village, there is a patrol. It hasn't noticed you yet. There is definitely light from the big circular building, hemisphere building. And near the pools where the nursery is, there's also movement.
Okay. I get the feeling that our quieter people might want to have a peek at those wells, and if they have the eggs, then mission accomplished. In the meantime, John, are you up for it, or do you want to have a sit?
I'll be fine. I can keep going. I'll just hang back in case anyone tries to stab.
Got you. Yeah. Yep. Maybe sit while you do that. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So are we taking a short rest, or are we pushing it through?
I am subtly suggesting one so as not to hurt Joan's pride.
Joan's like, no, I'm fine. I can keep going. As she lies down on the sand and like closes her eyes. It's
Very
fine,
fair.
I mean, Marin just turns to Tali and could I?
Could you?
The rapier, please.
Oh, yeah.
And he just wipes it off and then puts it back in the scabbard and as if nothing has happened.
Okay. So as you take a short rest, I assume Joan is taking care of her wounds, probably.
Yeah.
That
And I get to get
time,
my abilities back as well. So.
that is lovely. By the way, that time, Tali, is enough for you to get an understanding of the patrol route that they're taking. An hour is enough to see, because the village is not too big. It's enough to see how they're moving. So if you in the future want to avoid them, that is possible. You have enough time to like plan this out. Do Ariel or Anvarin have anything they want to accomplish or discuss in this hour? Nope.
Not really. Yanvarin is basically walking the perimeter where the others are, because he didn't take any damage or anything like that. Ruby disappears during the rest.
Okay.
But other than that, he's just on the lookout for trouble.
That is lovely. If you're on the lookout, I do want another perception check from you, if you don't mind.
Sure thing. He doesn't see anything. It's blindness about.
Doesn't see
No,
anything.
wait, I have inspiration, so let's use that.
You do.
Perception. That's better. That's a 21.
That is lovely, because with that perception, as you look around, you see a bit further than the village, and you see that site, that excavation site. You see that it is definitely further away. So even if you like do some noise here or there, right, separately, it will probably not reach the other side. However, with your perception, you can see that there is quite a bit of movement, and even from far away, you can see that light of some torches catches light of not UNT, but the Grippleys. Their colorful skin reflecting a little bit of the light. You can see that they are working there, perhaps under duress. So something is going on in the temple. Something is afoot. You know that there's a main building with some light, and you know that there's a nursery. And that, with thinking and with planning ahead, this is where we shall stop for today.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep. All right. So, lovely session. I loved it. This was my first time both DMing in English and streaming it.
That's
so if any of you have
crazy.
anything bad to say, I will cry about it. Thank you very much. Yes,
No,
but
you were phenomenal. Oh, in that
Yes.
case, I'm sorry, just to add to the ending, because I do believe, if I'm correct, that in the meantime where everyone is resting, a green haze tendrils may have appeared around Ariel, and she has blamped out of existence.
that is true. I feel like the only person who doesn't get blamped by the end is Tali. Is that correct?
She's left.
Yes.
She's left alone with her miserable
Thoughts. I imagine Tali's like, okay, so the plan is, and there's no one.
Yanvarin would be just like turning to the group and just like, so the temple.
Yeah.
And, yep.
Yanvarin is replaced with an elf with very long hair and sticks like wrapped in their hair. Ariel is replaced by a woman with wearing very little but also a very long staff strapped to her back, who looks like she was just sitting in a hot tub just a moment before, and and Joan is replaced by a man who very quickly covers his eyes, and he cannot be there to look, who has a little black baby dragon sitting on his shoulder.
Hey.
Nice. Lovely. Okay. Well, this is the bit of the stream where we talk about our favorite moments, because we did some fun creative work here. So we should talk about it and pat each other on the back.
I feel like we should start with either Malaika or Daria, because both of them are like relatively new and did fucking great. So one of them.
All right. Well, let's start with players, as is customary. So let's talk about Malaika. I'll start because I have the power as a DM.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I really love the moment where Ariel showed her anger, and she's like, if we're not running, let's fucking finish this. And I feel like if she was a bard, this would be the rallying speech that gets everyone in shape. I really loved it.
Yeah, it was very funny. Mine was similar, but it was like it was funny because Malaika was trying to. Well, I should say Ariel was trying to like, you're like, okay, we're leaving. Cool, we'll do that. But then she saw Tali go back to try and like wrench Joan out. And so I was like, if we're not running, what do we do? I just thought that was very funny. It was very well performed. It was good.
Because I have to be here, so I'm going to give favorite moments too, because I love favorite moments. It's one of my favorite things to do, so deal with it. Daria's still the boss, but I am here. I want to give a shout out to Malaika's negotiating chops.
Yes.
That was
Thank
very,
you for stealing
very
my
good.
favorite moment.
You're welcome. I do it all the time. You're welcome.
Oh, goodness. That was stressful.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you fuckers could have come in at any time and had her translate for you, but no, you just sat there, let her do all the work.
In my defense, I spend a lot of this game talking, I felt, so I was trying to shut the fuck up now.
You're all good, mate. You're all good.
Yeah, bouncing off that, I really liked her apprehension about the frog people. Because I don't know what that's about, but
Yeah, no, right.
it was very intriguing. It made me want to
Yes.
learn more about her character. I'm like, what's going on there? What's
Well, she's
the
just a
story?
racist. She doesn't like anybody who isn't a humanoid.
Xenophobe.
Oh, Josh. There.
Listen,
Terrible.
she's a sheltered little lass who has some apprehension around bugs and bug-adjacent, creepy-crawly related things. She can't help
frogs.
herself. She's
Frogs,
not great at it.
bug-
Yeah, I know. Just let it go.
They eat.
Well,
She's a racist.
since,
All right, Ardanna.
building up on that, I love the description of the wind as it. You have mood wind.
Mood wind.
Very good.
And I
That
love
means
it.
something different.
Mood wind.
Yeah, well, I mean, taking anxiety gas and making it something that's actually appealing, I guess.
Anxiety gas.
Oh, you broke Jack.
I didn't need to know that, but thanks.
See, I can't turn that off in my brain. Whenever it's like mood wind, I'm like, oh, that's gas right there. That's flatulence.
No,
That's
it just
flatus.
reminded me because I have a friend who had that once. So he was like had this girl he was really excited to take out on a date, and he like rented a really expensive car, and he had to stop every 10 minutes. The poor fuck.
Oh,
no.
buddy. All right. Any favorite moments, Malaika?
Oh,
Favorite self.
Yeah.
favorite self moment. Let me think. Oh, well, it is quite funny that she managed to get through this entire mission without cursing up a storm. So I suppose this means that she's less anxious than she has been on previous ones.
Character growth.
Yes, true. Also, just the saga of the rapiers turning
Yes.
into my favorite things about her. She
Can't
had
keep
one,
them.
she left it, she just kind of left it on
Can't
the
keep her hands
floor
on
in the
them.
library and was blamped away before she could collect it. And she finally got one back, and it broke on her, so she's probably quite devastated at the moment. She just wants to have her nice pointy sword back.
Lovely. All right. Next up on the chopping block is Rachel. Who wants to start?
Everything to do with with the banter where you said any line from the movie. It was great. I had such a good time.
The ultimate Christmas themed character.
It was so good, and like
Okay.
it was so much fun. It was so much fun just kind of doing that with you, Rachel, and just kind of going like, so you how many kids? 2? And just like, yeah, that's yeah, you
Keep
do.
me up for so many, Jack.
I
It
know.
was great.
I was having a great time.
Before anyone steals it, the
Anyone.
reaction to the clogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just stole mine, damn it!
I'd rather go barefoot than wear these fucking things. So good.
I'm very easily amused. So just the visual of this big burly woman and then just clop, clop, clop whenever she's walking is very, very funny. But if I need another one, just emerging from the water covered in her own blood and laughing hysterically was a great visual. Just the especially on top of all that, holding a sword aloft. It's just like, yes, excellent.
Thank you.
I'm bleeding so much.
Yes.
I'm
Like
gonna-
there's a Florida man. This is a Florida woman right there. She
Yeah.
does not give a fuck.
Yes.
Except technically, I think she's a New York woman, but yeah. I actually want to. I'm going to go off that one because I interjected and said that lobster blood was red, and incorrectly so, as was correctly pointed out by Ardanna. However, there is a caveat to that. Lobster blood is actually blue. It is clear until exposed to oxygen, at which point it turns blue.
You are 100% correct, Daria.
Yeah,
I'm a
you were.
lobsterologist.
It turns out, so rather
Probably
than
not the word for
hemoglobin
it,
in their
but-
blood, and this is what I was thinking, I stupidly assumed that all things had hemoglobin. These do not.
You were so smug about it too.
Their blood
Yeah, I'm
is...
actually.
yes. Well, yes, proving my own ignorance, and now I'm correcting myself for the record. Yeah, their blood
Thanks,
has...
we learned something.
They use copper rather than iron, so they're blue rather than red.
That's cool.
So when the blood emerged, and this is why I'm enjoying the mental image. Yeah, there
It
was
would turn fucking purple.
there was an initial blossom of red as Joan's blood happened, and then there would have been sort of dimpled out to pink as the lobster blood sort of diluted Joan's, and then it would have oxidized, turning purple. Turning the water around
Josh,
her purple.
that's what I was wanting to say, but you said we'll fucking check you and stepped on that. So that's
Yeah.
exactly what I want to say.
There you
In
are.
conclusion,
Amazing.
fuck off.
Yeah, amazing work, Daria. You are extremely talented.
And handsome.
And extremely
go
talented and handsome. Yes, more DMs advantages for you. But yeah, just Joan it's because partially because it's based on a very iconic character. I know she has hair, but I assume she does not. Like in all of my head canon. But I'm gonna say the letter to her husband was adorable, and that interplay between her and Tali was definitely my favorite them moment.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was super.
Yeah. My moment was very small, but I really liked it when we're second time on the boat and Yandarin is giving her the berry and she's like, now my vomit is sweet. Thank you.
It will not help, but it will taste better.
Yes. Rachel?
I had a lot of fun today. I really liked my face-off with the lobster, and specifically, I've been trying not to overdo the lines from the movie unless there's a good opportunity, but getting to say welcome to the party, Val, and then charge on a lobster was so much fun. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, you did it perfectly. Lovely. Okay, next up is Ardanna and Yandarin.
Oh, I fucking love that Ariel does not buy the kindly and fragile old man act at all, but she's also not outing him. She's like, look, if you're gonna play the charade for people who don't know you very well, that's fine. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna give you a hell of amount of side eye as you do it. So that interplay was a lot of fun. So like, kind of, I think the most she did was when Carly suggested, like, kind of surrounding Yunwarin so he'd be protected, where she was just like, I'm gonna be in front as a negotiator anyway, but you do what you want. That
In fairness, they are the only one with healing magic. Which
That's
is,
what
think,
I was
where
getting
Tali
at.
was going
Not
with
so
that,
much
yeah.
the old person vibe,
Yeah.
more just if we all die, if she goes down, we can't really do anything about it.
Yunwin definitely leaned in harder on the old person than normal. This was... It's like in between the last two blamps, they've aged 400 years. beforehand they've been
You don't know
very
how it
like the
works.
last time Ariel met him, she was significantly more like when they battled insects together. Yeah, Yanwarin was definitely a lot more sprightly, which is why obviously the side eye, but still, that was funny to me. I enjoyed that.
I really liked the descriptions of the fox and also the fox tattoo when they're like in rage
Yeah.
mode. Really
Yeah.
nice visual. I loved it.
Yes, very nice.
I liked having that moment where like Jack and Tully were both confused because Malaika knew something that I didn't, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck? What is happening? And I still don't know. I have no idea.
This is actually something I'm noticing in Malaika. I know you knew in D&D, but I think what you're grasping very well is like having a bit of interpersonal tension without like making it any kind of problem. Like you had that sort of like playful anger at one of the deer peeps we had, and this like mistrust here.
Sure.
I feel like that's something that you do very, very well. You're like, I know you.
Oh, thank you.
And by my pick. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, very good. My moment for Yanvarin would be just breaking into the captain's quarters just to berate for not having a lock.
It's so strange.
So in character.
He's a trusting
Because
dude.
I went to the bathroom and I came back, I'm like, are you robbing Jim? He seems like a nice guy. It's just like, no, I'm lecturing him, like, I guess.
And all of his shit breaks anyway, so
It's like the fantasy equivalent of a bogan breaking into like a theater or something like that. It's like, well, it said all access to the public. I'm like, clearly it didn't, mate. The sign says staff only. It's like, well, did you lock the doors? You're right, mate. That's on us.
Yeah. Just the chaotic grandpa energies. Mwah, chef's kiss. All right.
I actually had
let's
a
talk about
question for
Tal-
Daria on that note. Did you get as much done as you thought you would?
Yeah, just about.
Okay,
Just about.
Cool, good.
Yeah. We are right on track because I'm like really a little pig behind the DM screen. I really beefed up that fight to
Nice.
make it worth something. Because
Yeah.
in the adventure, it's like 1d4 plus 2 crabs. Those fucking crabs are 13 HP each. You get
Right.
them done in like 1 or
It's
2
a level
hits.
6,
Like that's,
yeah.
Ping, ping.
Yeah, that's fucking nothing. So I was like, nah, I want to give them an adversary, you know? Like
Yeah,
someone
fair.
they can fuck up.
Yeah,
I
especially
really
Come on.
hated that
with mostly
lobster.
martial classes in the fucking group. Just like, it's like, let me hit something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I
today-
wanted you to feel something, you know, like to feel like an accomplishment. But let's talk about Tali first.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, I'll start. I don't mind. I
I've
have
already
a lot
said
about-
my favorite Tali because of their
I'm trying to
interaction with
pick
Jan.
one. I have 5 I've written down.
That's very true.
Oh,
I'm trying
you're
to
very
pick
smart.
one.
While you pick, I will definitely say that I loved the consistency of Tali's character. Like, we know exactly what she cares about. We know, like, she talked about family with Joan. As soon as she heard about the eggs for the frog people, she instantly felt the connection. I love that, like, these characters are very episodic and they don't have, like, a consistent arc. But whenever she comes by, there's, like, a consistent note that whatever happens, like, she has a very, like, strict moral compass. And I really love that.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm finding
I
that
also-
more and more interesting about this campaign. Actually, is that there is. It's just taking us longer because there are 11 characters to get to know them a little bit, to find out who they are, because they get to interplay with the other 10. I believe just about everybody has played against everybody else, which has
Pretty
been
cool.
super cool to watch. And yeah, it's a really interesting interplay, and it's why we want to keep this campaign going next year as well, because we've all fallen in love with these initially quite silly characters. Like most of them were built very dumb. I like Joan is a joke character that is now a real person, and we really like her. And yeah, all of these have that similar energy, and yeah, Tali is no different. We fucking adore Tali. From what we have learned about her, from her interplay with so many different people. So yeah,
You know what
episodic
I'd
but
love?
cool.
I'd love to see her family. Like, if one of the adventures like gets us to see her interact with her kids, that would be so cute.
Oh, she is
But that's
canon
next
in the
year.
Humblewood.
I was going to say, I need to send Josh the information because chances are, I mean, from what Josh has said, he seems to like them enough that I need to give the information so you can meet them yourself and then
She's
Josh
a
can
dead
tell
set
you.
humble folk, so
Let's
she
go.
would be canon in the Humblewood. My world is all encompassing.
And she would be pretty useful right now because she's a pretty morally upstanding cop.
Yeah, she'd be like,
who's pretty
fucking
good at
sucks.
noticing corruption and shit.
Not at this particular instance, given who else they're hanging out with, Tavernish.
fair.
But
Yeah. Maybe.
But wait, a dashing Vulcan? Could it be?
Oh no. I happen to know for a fact that Tavernish is not the father of Tali's children. Because Tavernish...
You are not the father.
Unfortunately, Tavernish's daughter is dead. Which is the whole thing. It's Tavernish's whole arc. Yeah,
gotcha.
His wife left him, not the other way around.
I
So
mean, if
it would be like baby daddy.
This is like they made for each other then.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
Brady Bunch situation.
I don't know.
I mean,
about
if
that.
you're looking for a pirate, I have a Jerbine pirate.
Swashbuckler.
Yes.
Can we call her
He's a
Raleigh?
No. Well, his name is Errol.
Oh, of course.
So
of
it's
course
a
it is.
European pirate.
Daria's
Someone
feet are feeling very
taking my
stepped on.
career.
No, he's not a rogue. He's a druid.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Interesting. Anyway, let's talk about how great Jack was. Sorry, carry on.
Okay, so
was
I
good.
will jump in so mine doesn't get stolen, but it's kind of bouncing off other people's as well. That yes, I very much loved the Mama Bear, or rather Mama Fox energy of Tali, which was great. Like even to the point of prioritizing an escape route during the fight, and like by having the net, and then getting frustrated when Errol was the only one who was like, well, I guess we're running away. Oh, we're not. And then she's the one who ends up doubling back to help because she's like, oh, all right, if no one's going to take advantage of this.
Jack has learned his lesson. Never make an escape route. Let someone else deal with it from here
He
on
did
out.
that in the mines as well.
I'm never
I
doing
did
it
it.
again. As
Again,
this character,
I
I know
listened.
it's always one person, and then the rest stay, and then they
the rest say,
complain
"Fuck
at me that it didn't work.
In fairness, it wouldn't have worked. Those things can teleport.
Shut up. Anyway,
It's the thought that counts.
But it was a very thoughtful thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I picked one, and it was literally fishing Joan out of the water with the net.
Yes, that was more.
Let's use that fucking net at least somewhere.
fucking right.
I love that she has it.
Yeah,
It's for
like to me,
apprehending
it's like
prisoners,
bowlers
right?
or something. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that was the idea. Yep, that's exactly right.
I really liked Tali talking to Joan on the boat, helping with the letter. That was a really sweet moment, being like, we've got stuff in common, let's talk, and then morphing that into helping me. It was really cute. I liked vibing with you there.
Nice.
Well, the irony was, I think a bit of my inspiration for her was a little bit of John McClane as well.
Oh.
Obviously, I did it in a slightly different way because I was kind of like, no, I just kind of like the cop idea, and I'll throw out everything else, and throw in a bit of like, if this was human, it would probably be like a 1970s cop drama when she's Irish Catholic, so like she happened to have a bunch of fucking kids, and just kind of went from there. So no, it was fun having that moment with you as well. It was really good.
Favorite self check?
Ooh, I think I'm trying to think of one that hasn't already been said. I think I enjoyed the most I think it was probably vibing with Joan if I had to pick. It's also fun to be to have her just kind of like to have it was like kind of a Daria moment almost, where like Daria was working with me and like I'm like getting like high rolls and I'm not saying anything because like to me it sounded arrogant. I'm just like, oh, she can read, it's all good. And Daria then going like, well, Dali says hubba dabba dabba dabba, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So it was nice vibe, you know, like she was just kind of on alert and it was fun. It was good.
Nice. Well, now you are free to bow at the altar of Daria. Let's go.
Let's go.
Daria takes a very different tack to this. I like it. I want to come in straight away because I struggled to have this good a vocabulary in my first language. Daria, and like I don't want my favorite moment to be Daria's command of English, but like
it's worth mentioning.
It is genuinely impressive to me. I was not in any way concerned that Daria wouldn't be particularly good at this, but I was blown away by quite how good Daria's pace, Daria's tone. Yeah, you are. I know you've DM'd before. I know you haven't DM'd in English before, but you're not an inexperienced DM. But by golly, you're good at it. I will definitely have you back if you're willing. You are a sodding good DM, Daria, and just solid DM skills all the way through. I was really impressed. You kept me on my toes. You kept poking me. It was like, hey, dude, change the music. I'm like, sorry. I had a paintbrush in my hand. You are better at controlling the music for my games than I am at controlling the music for my games.
Next time I can take it. Like I wasn't too stressed. I can take that responsibility if you want. That's fine.
Well, tomorrow will be Karen. So continue poking her if you feel you need. I don't know what she'll probably be knitting, so a slightly less intensive task. But yeah, sodding good job. Well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My favorite moment is a small moment, but it made me so happy that it needs to be pointed out by someone, and that someone is me. When Ian Warren broke into the captain's cabin and saw the painting of the dog, of this childhood dog, that is so precious. And it says
Did you make that up?
So little. That's so
Yes.
cute.
The only thing
That
I
was
took,
so fucking
the
smart.
NPC
That was
captain
great.
has the ship called the Dogia, and that's it.
That's
That's
fucking
fantastic.
precious. I love it so much.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you. I loved
was
it.
wonderful.
I love Jim. I just gave him the name that I was expected to give,
And that's
like,
my favorite moment. That like Daria's continual rolling with all our collective bullshit to the point where she decided that the name I threw out randomly was better. And I was just giggling like a schoolgirl throughout the whole thing. I'm like, his name is Jim now. Hee hee. It was charming. It was like, you've got a really good, positive, affirming attitude, Daria. I feel like you are incredibly good at making a player feel welcome, and when they're having a bad time with dice rolls, you even make them feel a little bit better about that too. So I appreciate that very much.
What was fun about the captain was that he was actually a bought NPC from the Lorite. From last week's Humblewood.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Because, like, my bullshit name that I just threw out into the chat got turned into
Fucking
such
Jimmy.
an amazing NPC.
Jimmy the Window, as in Jimmy the Window, which is where it came from, and then Jimmy Defense, or Jimmy
Fenster, yeah.
Jimmy Fenster.
Both of those sound
Jimmy
like gangster
Fenster.
names. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. It's
They
like
Jimmy the
Tommy.
window open, and that was where it
Right.
came from.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, Fenster.
Danny tight
is-
lips and Jimmy the window. Gotcha.
Yeah. Dolly two hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
I chose Fenster because Fenster is window in German,
Right.
and Fönster is window in Swedish.
Right.
Nice. Deep lore for this character. Deep lore.
Yes, he is German Swedish heritage. Didn't sound like it,
I
but
know,
hey,
also
who knows?
half-orc, yeah.
Ardanna, you
Yeah.
Akira Toriyama, the fucking NPC. You made a pun. For those who don't know what I mean, look up Akira Toriyama pun names. All his fucking characters in Dragon Ball are fucking pun names. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will hop in and say I also very much enjoyed Captain Jim. The interplay.
I'm still laughing.
The interplay and the relationship with Ariel. I could see that there was like some flirtation there, and she was slowly warming up to him. If it was like a longer campaign and a regular character, I think I would have had a lot of fun playing with that. But if for the brief period of time that we got, I was like, oh, this is fun. I like this.
I feel seen.
Lovely. Okay, my turn. My turn to talk about myself.
You may
Yes.
talk about yourself.
At length.
I shall.
You may.
Yes. Well, yeah. My favorite moment was that I was a little nervous about it, like in the weeks leading up. Mostly because I didn't read the adventure until this morning. So then I read it, and then I was not nervous anymore, and like it felt like smooth sailing. And I feel like I gave every player like enough attention and enough like things to like show them off, which is something I always strive to do. I strive for balance, that everyone feels like they have something to accomplish, you know?
No, that was very well done, and I did notice while I was watching that you were definitely doing that. I was like, because it's something I do as well. As you were coming up towards the end, and you were making sure that Ariel, the characters you knew weren't going to be here next time, asking them if they had anything they wanted to do before they went. I was like, noted that particularly. I was like, that's good storytelling, Daria. Well done. Nice. Like it.
Thank you.
I just realized that I forgot to do my self moment, but if we want to keep heaping on Daria, that's fine by me.
Go ahead.
Do one.
Go ahead. We forgot that. Go on.
It's quite of a chaos one, but
That narrows it down, because he was quite calm throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
I know, right? Not annoying at all. But my favorite, I think my favorite Ian self moment was basically, Ian Varin has managed to trigger 2 characters now with the way he talks.
I think Tali less than Redding, but yes, definitely.
Yes.
Redding fucking loathes him.
Yes.
Redding hates most things. I think you're in good company.
Yeah, Redding is not a great person, but yeah.
Ouch.
And it's
Oh, lovely.
all
But within
because
5 minutes of meeting Ian Wooden, Redding was already on his tits about that.
Yeah. And
When is he
Ian
not
Varin-
on his tits? Let's be honest.
Ian Varin has
Like
no
ice
idea
cream.
he does it at all. It's just the thing he does.
Yeah, I loved him. I loved the chaotic energy. Like, it wasn't disruptive. That's what it is. Like, sometimes people like lean into chaos a little too much, and it becomes like a
Frustrating.
clusterfuck. Yeah, it can be. But like,
Wasn't in
Young
this
is.
case.
Yeah, just like this vibe of like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, it's always like something weird and fucking strange, but it's smooth and it's funny. I loved it.
I want to add to that actually real quick for Ardanna, because like what I really enjoyed, like it made sense for my character in a weird way to kind of go, oh, okay, I get it. Like he did, like he doesn't have any idea. That was like a really great moment as well, because when she's not around, her mother, Tali's mother, so the grandmother to the kids, is who looks after it, but she's getting on in years as well. So I knew that, but like it was fun to kind of like have that moment of just like, okay, right, so you are struggling with words, so I'm going to subtly feed in a word or two.
Yeah. That was
So
very
was
good.
cool.
That was very
Anyway,
good.
let's compliment Daria.
Yes.
Oh, well, we complimented me. I think it's time to do a little bit of a wrap up. So something I do want to mention before I forget, check out Coasters Cove's socials. They have a lovely Twitter. They have also a lovely YouTube that is now getting not only the VODs, which come fresh out of the oven, but also they get this lovely new thing, this little project with a puppet that Josh is doing with interesting multi-classes. I'm not paid to say it, so you can believe me. It's very cute. It's very cute.
It is.
Yes. So you should definitely check it out. And let's talk about who these lovely people were and where can we find them again if we want to see these beautiful faces. Rachel, let's start with you.
Hello, my name is Rachel Foucar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Foucar, because that handle's always free. And you can find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. And if you do not buy it, I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to kidnap you, abscond with you. I'm going to take you to my kitchen. I'm going to sit you down and make you sit there while I cook a delicious, elaborate lobster meal. There's going to be butter and garlic and all kinds of good things. And when it's done, I'm going to sit in front of you and I'm going to eat it and you can't have any.
God damn. That is against Geneva's conventions. I'm pretty sure.
You better buy the book.
We gotta buy the book now.
Book,
Okay.
guys. Seriously.
Malaika, please save us from this. Where can we find
For
you?
your own safety.
Hello, I am Malaika Moon. I am a singer, burlesque gremlin who is here queer and very confused. Although I'm slightly less confused each time I get to play. It's been fun. So thank you, everyone.
Sorry.
But if you are looking for me across the internet, you can find me mostly on Instagram at Malaika Moon. Moon has 3 O's because the correct spelling was taken when I signed up 6 years ago. Didn't want to put an underscore in the username, and I didn't want to put the real in the username either because that's naff.
And also because you're not the real Malaika Moon.
Wait, not?
That depends on your definition of real there, disembodied voice who has decided to chime in.
Yeah, so judgy, this disembodied voice. Jesus.
Okay, fair.
Beautiful information. Jack, tell us about yourself, please.
Hello, my name is Jack O'Brien. I'm a professional game master. You can find me at www.dungeonmasterfire.com.au or you can find me on Twitch at JackSquarePeg, where, if nothing else, you'll see Ardanna and I talking about the finer points of Swedish politics. See you there.
Lovely. Okay, well, speaking of Ardanna.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
I broke it. That was my intent. Fuck you. No, I apologize.
I am Ardanna, or Joe, if you will. I am the DM and channel runner over at the Lorite, and I also play over at a microbiologist and Thamir DMs on Saturdays. So you can find me there. I do have a YouTube channel, but they have not yet changed my name, so you have to search for Ardanna if you want to find that one. I lost my train of thought. Let's move on.
Okay, lovely. All right.
You literally had an aware moment.
Yeah, okay.
Who are you? Where's my horse?
Still in character, babies, until the curtains close. Okay, my name is Daria. Usually I'm an artist and a player here on Thursdays for the Humblewood and on Mondays on the Eldritch Scribe Twitch channel where I play a blood hunter. But you can find my art on Twitter, and yeah, that's it for me. Josh?
Oh, I shouldn't talk about myself any more than I normally do, but I am the channel runner here at Corsair's Cove, which I run with me lovely lady wife, the mother of bunnies. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Thank you to our followers, Berry Woozy. Who else did we have? We had Brandon Crummy, Norakato, and Guild Arts Winters. Thank you very much for the follows, you bloody champions of Ast and such, you wee scallywags. We have a couple more days of Daria in the DM seat, and brace yourselves for it, guys. I will be playing with her on Friday night, and I don't know. I think rocks are going to fall and I'm going to die. Yeah, Thursday night we have more Humblewood. We have the season finale of Humblewood of Monsters and Magic Season 3, and on Friday night we will have the season finale of 12 Days of Candlekeep. It's going to be a hell of a week, guys. We are super excited for it. Thank you so much for joining you guys with us this evening. I believe it is Malaika and Ardanna's final streams of this campaign. So thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's been an absolute jolly pleasure having you. We will obviously be having you guys back in the near future. It's been a splendid time having you. We do also need to talk about Ukraine. The Ukraine we are choosing to support because they need it, and what's going on over there is fucking immoral, really. So we are encouraging our lovely viewers to support the Emergency Action Appeal, which is a group of Australian charities and not-for-profits that have banded together to raise money for Ukrainian refugees. Over $4 million has been raised so far, and it would be jolly splendid of you if you could click on that link in chat and maybe donate a couple of your digital pennies that way. If, however, you like getting something for your digital dollars, you could instead head to the Dragon's Vault shop and purchase the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth, which is a 38-page PDF of Slavic-inspired monsters and things like that. A one-shot, a couple of subclasses is excellent, and you can buy it for the very reasonable sum of 2 Australian dollary dues. All those profits go to the British Red Cross appeal for the Ukrainian folks as well. It's excellent, and I would strongly endorse it. We also are affiliated with Woodenforge, so if you do fancy a last-minute Christmas present, head to woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove to purchase some beautiful Australian and exotic hardwoods crafted into tabletop gaming accessories by the wonderful chaps over at Woodenforge. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Daria, DM's choice. Who should we raid?
Well, I have a treat for you because the Eldritch Scribe is on. Usually we play on Mondays, but today is a special treat. Usually Raph and Des do world building, but today it's a solo adventure with one of our players. So it's one DM, one player. Right now, I feel like it's worth to check out.
This makes sense. All right, let's fucking do that. All right, so we will drop a raid over on the Eldritch Scribe. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Des and who's playing. Do you know, Daria?
It's Des and it's Raph, and it's Calacindia, our dark elven prince.
Marvelous. Well, tell Des and Raph where you came from. Show them the love. Tell them where you came from, and we will see you next time tomorrow night for more Candlekeep mysteries, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Wow.